What up, y'all? Fuck it, right here. What up, y'all? This is the JMRO, Just My Rassle Opinion Show. That's better. Let's get a little down, a little better. Yeah, that's better. Get this little stand right. My apologies, y'all. There we go. This is the JMRO Show. My mother named me Larry Jordan. This is a show about my opinion. So let me do my little disclaimer. Opinions are like assholes. Everyone has one, and most are full of shit. So if we don't agree to disagree, if we don't agree, we could just agree to disagree. We don't have to beef. We don't have to do all the extra drama shit. We could just be adults and, you know, go on our merry way and agree to disagree. Because y'all niggas be sensitive over nothing. Everybody has their own opinion, so just let it be. So today, we're going to talk about the weekend. We're going to have a weekend little discussion here, you know what I mean? If you want to come in and talk about it, give your opinion, make sure you type shit down and do it. We're going to talk some things today. Alright, so y'all know what I like to do. I like to give a little 20-30 seconds, let some music go through and you know, press share, let the people know JMRO is on. And we live, man, we live. Thank you, Ashana. What up, Brittany? What's going on, everybody? Lock in, press share. We're gonna chat. I didn't hear none of this yesterday. What up, Live Wire? Bring it home back.
But she don't give up. Like that. You see you over there with that thing you got there, yeah. You looking for trouble, that bumsy looking for bang bang. And you over there flinging your bumsy all over the place, yeah. You looking for trouble, that bumsy looking for bang bang. Yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. So she take on, she took on, she left on, she took on.
They played none of this yesterday. That song did play early. Me too. What up, y'all? I must have been in another party. I ain't hear that. I did not hear that. I did not hear that. Hyper sounds yesterday. So I might have been at a different party. I'm talking about Lluvia. But big up. We're gonna talk about the DJs and all that thing too. But you know, let's chat. Damn, is this my new name? Everybody calling me Waterman. Yo, I had fun. I ain't gonna lie. I had fun. That wasn't planned. That was totally spontaneous. Honest, on my mother's soul, man, I didn't really have plans on going to Lluvia. I passed through early, say what's up to peoples or whatever, but I kind of had prior plans, but then the prior plans flaked on me. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna help out Tony King. And then I told Sylvan, yo, if you need help with anything, let me know. Then I ended up being Waterboy. You can do it! So let's talk about it. Anybody that was at Fetechilla that wants to come in and chat, because I personally wasn't there. I heard some things went down. So this is the opportunity that I'm going to put on my show to let y'all talk about the damn thing. You know what I mean? If you ain't frightened to do so. So let me speak about what I attended, which was Lluvia, water party, on Geneva Avenue, across from the Grove Hall Library, you know, the Burke, and whatever other school that's in there now. Before I get into really the party, let me kind of go backwards, right? Because after the party, I witnessed some shit where I was like, yo, this is kind of fucked up. And it also made me, you know, salute the Red House crew even more, right? And I'm not going to get into specifics and names and who said what and blah, blah, blah. If I need to in a later occasion, if shit ever gets bigger, you know what I'm saying? Because shit could get bigger in a sense. So, what I'm talking about, after the shit was over, some of the people who I know who are community members and, you know, have ties to the community, they were asking questions to other motherfuckers, and city councilors and a whole bunch of people were being contacted about this Lluvia party. And the bullshit lies that I think, and again, I ain't nobody really in this world, my thoughts are just my thoughts, you know what I'm saying? But, so to make a long story short, there were complaints. They were complaints of, quote unquote, because, you know, I think it's bullshit, but I just feel it's people who are not into our culture who want to complain because it wasn't fucking Bobby Blue Bland, fucking Beverly Mays, and fucking, you know what I mean? Not your usual American shit pounding at fucking high decibels, that it's a problem because it was soca music. Yes, there was some vulgar music played. That was one of the complaints there, but still, things could be worse. And as I said, yo, if people go out to have an event and the event has loud music and the noise ordinance is to a certain time, just allow the people to have that. Allow the community to have that. Because as you see and as you saw, to all those who complained from the community, there were people there who enjoyed the event. There were people there who like and paid to go to this event. And there wasn't a single fucking problem. There were no fights. There were no cat bitches yelling at each other. There was no nigga arguments. Everybody came out, had a good fucking time from noon till 7 o'clock. Literally, the police came out there like 6:45. There was no issues with that. And the music turned off at 7 on the dot. So there should be no fucking complaints about anything. So when I hear that these people are talking about, oh, we're going to make sure it doesn't happen next year and there's going to be this and that. And I'm like, over a party that ended before sundown, a party that had no incidents, no fucking problems at all. The gated area was literally blocked. So if you drove by, you couldn't see what was in there. The only time something, I think, is probably some old people who live in the area who can't get in these fucking thongs, and they're jealous when these little girls is walking down in their little thongs and panties knowing they can't do it no more. So they vexed. Because I could not see any reason. Okay, the only complaint that I could see is, yeah, some vulgar music was played. Okay. But again, when there's the beer festival in Franklin Park and all these other shits, and they're playing their fucking whatever it is, I don't even understand half that shit. They allow it. There's no problems. Niggas don't complain about their shit, but people are always complaining about nigga shit, and especially Caribbean nigga shit. You know, older people don't like young whippersnappers. I sure do. Big up everybody locked in, man. Red Lou, I see you. What up? Print Tap, Zogat, I got Fed, Live Wire. How you doing, brother? ATL was good. Thanks for them pictures, brother. They came out. Yo, your camera's ill, Doug. Brenna, what's up? What's up? Michelle Corbin, Lava, Wagwan, Roshana, what's up, friend? Alexis, what's up? Chemo, Wagwan. I'm sorry. Sometimes the level of the water hose, I didn't know which was going, and I caught you. I seen that shit go, bah! I was like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What up, Whitney? Kia, what's up, darling? Hi, Sonita Dinette. Your name is Dinette. Big up everybody locked in, man. But I just wanted to get into that part because, and just state this, I never spoke to Red House about this, about what I know and who I know and what I heard spoke about. I'm just saying, and this, you know, I never made nothing up. Why would I make something up like this? I'm just saying, beware of the community events that we have now as far as being a Caribbean community, because every single fucking thing that we try to do in the community, there's going to be people that's going to fight it. There's going to be people who's trying to fight it. I'm sorry, Naisha. I didn't know you had food in your hand. Hey, listen, and plus, when the water goes on and that spray, I can't see shit. I could, and the shit spraying back at me, all type of shit. And not to mention the music screaming, boom, boom, tight, dicky, long, fuck that. I ain't gonna lie, Q, you was ill with the unedited music yesterday, brother. Q Major in the motherfucking building. I'm like, at least my shit go, god damn. I'm like, this dude doesn't realize and recognize we are still in Grove Hall. And half them little girls in there look like they were damn near 15, so. Alright. Let's get off the fucking politics shit and let's get into the shit, man. Let's get into the talk. Because I was literally there from the beginning. And I left at like 6:30, but I left to Parking Lot Pimp. I just went in my car and I sat down for like another half hour. So I seen a little, when the police pulled up and they walked in and blah, blah, blah. Shut up. Y'all don't be complaining when they what? When they ski. Damn, this shit just ran up. But, alright. So, let's talk about it. And I'm going to try to be as precise everything that I can. Now, area, venue, spot. Y'all know where it was. It was across from the thing. The library, Geneva Ave. I think specifically because I never knew until I heard them complaining last night with it was the Asian dude. What was the Asian dude name? It was an Asian dude. Real asshole, dog. Real asshole. Just, I'm going to make sure that this doesn't happen again, and blah, blah, blah. 40 Geneva Avenue. That was the address they were saying. 40 Geneva Avenue. But anyways, 40 Geneva Avenue, you know, not the best pavement in the world, but still good enough to have a wet vet. It wasn't too muddy, wasn't too gravelly, you know, and for the places where we can have these type of events, what else? What you gonna do? Where you gonna go? Where else you gonna go? The back of Unity? You go. Where else you gonna go? So we make best on what we got and how they do it. Being there from the past years, I have seen the elevation of it because last couple years, you know, they'll have a foam, but the foam wasn't foaming. This year the foam was foaming. The foam was heavy on the foam. Big up Ace and them, they came through and did their foam thing, you know what I mean? Big up the CT crew, came through. I became the water man. I became you water boy, you can do it. And I had a fun time doing that, you know. I just got to a point where I say fuck it. I gonna wet everybody. Everybody. I did not mean to wet the DJ. The wind was making it go that way. There was one point in time, the wind I had to turn it off, and he kept going and going. I was just like, you're wasting time, dog. Stop talking to me about this shit, dog. All right, dog, all right. You are like the pilot of this ship. I'm like, man, shut the fuck up, Mohawk, man. Nobody want to hear you play the fucking music, Mohawk, man. You are like the captain of this ship. You know what I'm saying? Blah, blah. All right, nigga, shut the fuck up. But big up to him. Big up to the city for allowing all that water to be wasted. I was like, god damn, nigga, this is fucking fill a whole village in Africa, nigga. God damn. You know what this is like? Mohawk man. Fuck Mohawk man. Should I get into the DJs? Let's get into the music, man. First and foremost, big up all the DJs, but y'all need to listen to what the fuck other motherfuckers is playing, man. If I need to fucking, and like, I'm gonna go peaks and valleys with this. Cause there's times I was like, yeah. And there was times I was like, what the fuck you doing? Prince Roy, nephew, you play well. Excuse me. I apologize. I did not know it was an all-soca party. I told you to play Drift. I asked Sean. I was like, Sean, is this an all-soca party? Sean said yes. I apologize. I did tell you, yo, I'm not telling you what to play. I'm just suggesting it. blah, blah, blah. So, you know, on my live, I'll never bullshit or whatever. I don't know if I threw you off or whatever, but at that time when I said that, Soca had played for like 3 hours and you already played like another 45 minutes of it. So I was just letting you know, if you had to change it up a little bit, you would have caught that ill vibe, you know what I'm saying? But I get it, you know what I mean? And as I did, I went to Sean. I said, Sean, is this an all Soca party? Sean said, yep. I said, oh, my bag. So I'll say it then and I'll say it now. My bag on that. You was doing your thing. Q Major, you was doing your thing. You took it to many avenues. You took it to many realms. You flipped the style with being creative. I didn't too much favor as I told you, I didn't too much favor the fucking Baby Shark shit, but who the fuck am I? It's something different. It was 6 hours, 7 hours. Can't play the same fucking thing. Cause let me be real. Let me get on y'all motherfuckers in y'all playbacks. Cause it's sad when y'all try to get out the box and go out the box. And then when y'all go out the box, all of y'all are playing the same shit. Everybody went to Grenada and started playing the small island music and play, what up, big man? And start playing all the same small island music. I said, but wait. Playbacks was fucking nutso. I'm like, all right. And then again, Mohawk Man, him and his crew came in. I know his name is DJ Dutch. I know his name. He's had it all over his t-shirt or whatever. I'm going to call him Mohawk Man. Them dudes came in, you know, and I seen him standing behind Prince Roy. So cool. Then the dude after Mohawk Man, whatever, the young dude, he started playing good. He started playing the ill shit. He played the fucking, the remixes with the soca, with the dance hall, and he started doing well. Then he just plateaued. This one's gonna be a crash landing, guys. We cannot find the floor. I was there. I was just looking around like, yo, who the fuck is playing now? And then it came up and it was still him. I was like, yo, tell this dude, somebody wake him up. Well, go on Doomsday. I was just like, he amped it. And again, maybe it was me because I kind of got soaked out. And y'all know I didn't go to Fetechilla Saturday, but I've been to all the other ones before that. This was the first time I missed it. And Overdose. Thank you, Chemo. I know how it is. 3 hours in, y'all niggas is tired. Y'all niggas is tired. Y'all, the sun is beating y'all down, the whole shebang, cool. So by the time Overdose got in there, y'all still had a little buzz in y'all. And he started changing the style with the remixes. Cool. Then it was just like, and again, ask Sean, ask Tony King, everybody. I'm just like, all right, everybody's standing around now. Everybody's standing around. And then Dutch started voicing for him. And then Q Major came back again. If I'm wrong, say I'm wrong. Because I thought I seen him like kind of end the night. And to me, it was kind of forced vibes. Not saying he played bad. It just seemed like everybody was beat. Everybody was beat down. Everybody was ready to go. Now, unlike past years and past events, and it is a positive because it would have looked fucked up. So it was good that people wasn't walking out of there all fucked up and blah. I seen one drunk girl yesterday. One drunk girl. I walked up to her, asked her if it was right. She had some friends that looked like her friends were responsible. It looked like her little dude that was with her was responsible. I ain't gonna talk no shit on that level. Asked her if she needed some water. Went and got her some water. They looked like they was waiting for an Uber. But that was the only one who I seen wobbly. Everybody came to Lluvia to have a good fucking time. And I don't know how anybody could complain. It was the perfect day for a water fest. It was the fucking perfect day. I literally took off my shirt, hung it up by Tony King's set, come back, my shirt was dry. By the time I got to my car, I seen a couple of people, you know, you do the little daps, blah, blah, blah. I was dry, sitting in my car, rolling up dry. Only thing wet on me, oh shit, I almost spilled my drink. Only thing wet on me was the waistband in my drawers. Everything else was cool. Hold on. My homie hooked me up with a fucking sorrel. At the, you know, sorrel after work is always fucking, not even a sorrel, a shandy, my friend. On the rocks. I seen you, yeah, right? Right, Alexis? When you see me in the car chilling, I was just rolling up. I was dry. Was it? I had a good time. Now, if there's any issues or any problems on having this event next year, you know, people got to come out in the community and speak up and vote. And when they talk shit, you got to talk shit back. Be like, yo, y'all know I will. I've never been one to shut my mouth when it comes to speaking up to the authorities. It's just when it's time to speak up to the authorities, y'all get cowards on me. Y'all get real cowardly on me. Y'all get real, I'm gonna get funky on it. Y'all get pussy on me when it's time to speak up on certain matters, and y'all get real loud and private. Yeah, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, and I sit back and I'm like, all right. And then when it's time to do shit, everybody, oh, my baby's sick, oh, my child this, oh, I can't make it, oh, no, got me looking like the bitch ass nigga time and time again. So I just hope that if a situation like this comes up, because they are talking shit about events like yesterday at 40 Geneva Avenue, I just hope if there's 47 people watching this right now, 47 people at least say something. You know what I mean? It's just we don't have too many options. We don't have too many places. It's not the best place in the world, but it brought out a couple hundred people to have a good fucking time. So why not at least try to keep that shit? Summertime, somewhere to go outside, something to do. And there's other things that go on there, because I know a vendor fete that goes on there, a vendor event, I should say, not a vendor fete, a vendor event that goes on there. I know a book drive that goes along there. So when it comes to like little entrepreneurs trying their thing, and just many other options, like if the community comes together and pave it and make it look presentable, it'd even be a better just a better space that we have in the community to do something. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, Doomsday vibes was nice. They are really fucked up mojitos. I never spoke about that, so we can speak about that. Yo, I don't know. And I feel bad for the mojitos owners, man. It was like people were calling it the little upgrade from Unity with the pool. I seen all my entrepreneur little niggas trying a thing, you know what I'm saying? I don't know if Soca Palooza is still going to be there. I don't know the issue. I just know they were closed like for the last 2 weeks. I know they were closed down on that shit, but I was done with that. Fuck you, Zoe. You can't tell me what to talk about on my shit. Fuck you. Start your own show. But that was messed up. Don't mess up mojitos. Don't mess up none of these shits. We need all these establishments. We need 40 Geneva Avenue. Even though mojitos is not in our community per se, it was something for people to do. It was something for y'all to put on your little fake fur vest and your little clip claps. And you know, you seen that girl who got mollywop, nigga. She had a shaven, clean nanny. You know what I mean? It gave y'all a reason to bid. Yo, what up, D? Come in, man. I want to hear something about Fetechilla. I want to know your ride soul opinion about Fetechilla, man. What's good? Let me see what's good. Let's talk about Fetechilla. Let's chat about Fetechilla, my youth. I'll find your name. We got a lot of people in here today. Big up, what up, man? Yo, Kadeem, what up, man? Kwame, what going on, family? Yeah, what up, Brandon? Like fucking Power Surge. There was a lot of entrepreneurs. See, he gone. There's a lot of entrepreneurs doing the thing there, and I'm just like, messed it all up. Because chicks want to fight over nothing. And I was so proud yesterday when I left, and I was like, yo, a whole 6 hours and no tension. It was no tension. Brandon, is Soca Palooza still on? Fetechilla Stacy, you mind coming in? You could go black. You could go black. I just want to just hear your voice. I want your rational opinion on the thing. Or anybody who went to Fetechilla who don't mind speaking about it. Come on in. Come on in. Let me know what you, 2 comments. It is. It's still on. That's cool. No doubt. Brittany, yes, the Dolph. You know they don't play. Allô, bonsoir. Ça qu'a fait, chérie. Pas ok, ça. You're late. Okay. Good nom, yo, man. Good nom, yo, Nancy. Okay, I had to shut her off. I just shut off Stacy. Hold on. Nancy, sorry la. You just ran. You chump. Oh, you ran too. Anybody went to Fetechilla? Oh, there you go. Saga Fet Zami Mwe. Fetechilla was vibes with the right crew and the right rum. I had the best time. Hey!
Alô, alô,
Alô,
alô,
alô.
alô.
Ça passe.
Mwen bouke.
Mwen bougen.
Mwen bouke.
So,
I'm sad.
you went to Fetechilla. Give us your asshole opinion. Give us your story. Tell us about your crew. How did you go? Did you drive? You take the party bus? Give us the whole details.
So I drove. We found a very, very nice hotel. Shout out to the Cambria in Hartford. Looks brand spanking new, except it doesn't have one of my requirements, which is free breakfast in the morning. You gotta pay for it. That's some shit. But beyond that, in comparison to last year, where it seemed Fetchilla seemed very organized, bigger space or whatever, in comparison to last year, which I would give an A, this year was a bit of a C for me.
So, not to stop you, it was in a new space.
It was in a different location.
It's not at
They changed
the West Indian Social Club no more.
No, it was somewhere 29 something. So when they had originally had, I think it was at the West Indian Social Club, and the back hat was a lot bigger. That's one. Number two, the entire thing was paved. There was definitely a lot more vendors, water hoses, and I think the music might have been better. This year,
You know if music better or not, so I'm gonna take it as the music was mediocre.
well, because it was just like they were playing music that I had no idea existed, because that's what I want to hear. Soca that I've never heard, because I am going to Barbados in a couple of weeks, and like I want to like get me hip. I thought
Yeah.
that these things would get me hip, even if it's not something. It's like, oh, this is not the hypest soca song. It's not this, that, and the third. But it would get me hip. It didn't. They played a lot of stuff that I've already heard, reheard. But I was drunk enough that even though I might have been tired of it when I was sober, my ears were listening with sobriety, so I just danced to whatever they could have turned on somebody's accordion music and I would have been in it. Okay.
And that's the excuse of all these parties. It shouldn't be like that though. The alcohol shouldn't be making the party for you though. That's
It
my thing.
shouldn't, but it's just, when the party begins, I brought my Bostonian liver with me. So I was drinking until the hours hit. First things first, last year was the doors open at 11 or 12 and it ended around 10, 11. This year, I don't know what happened because I left around 9 just to avoid
Kaka.
traffic potentially. I don't know what
Yeah.
happened, but they said this is going to be from 3 p.m. to 10. I don't know about anybody else up here. We've done 10 to 10s. And it's just we bring enough in our coolers to survive. So I don't know why the city of Hartford decided to go ahead and shout. I'm I'm not even gonna read these comments because
You can
that was a
cuss
lot.
him. You can cuss him in Creole too.
I don't feel like it because all these malflending can kiss my bunda from left cheek to right cheek. It's big enough for all of that. Take your time, okay?
Okay.
Salop. Anyways, but yeah,
Welcome,
that was one.
motherfucker. Yeah.
They changed the location, and where they put it, the backyard was definitely somewhat of a safety hazard to me.
Right.
There was definitely rocks across pavements, like one drunken slip and fall, and it would have been a wrap. That's one. Number two, they said that they designated particular areas to park because the residents had complained, et cetera, et cetera. I bet. Wouldn't you tell the attendees that you need to pay in cash to two random Mexicans standing at the front $15? Nobody knew. I came there to go ahead and pay in Cash App so I wouldn't have to bring no cash hand, wet cash to people. And these two random Mexicans are like, $15, honey. Excuse me, $15 de quoi for what? Who are you? Who are you? There was no sign. There was no sign. There was no post. There was no announcement. $15 to some random Mexican standing there. Luckily, security was cute enough for me to verify that they were indeed employees. But it was after our verification of our card that's when people started to believe that maybe this is a real spot. I don't
Yo, because I was gonna say I was gonna walk off on them, nigga, but you come back and your fucking catalytic converter will be gone, nigga.
right.
You can't come back, no catalytic converter, no shocks
They would have
on
stripped
somebody else's
my
tires.
car from the rooter to the tutor, and I would have had to walk back. They told me they were Mexican. I asked before I was racist, okay?
Yeah.
I don't know who Zoga Plentomp is, but Plentomp. And then so
Yeah, you made my phone
it was,
crack.
but like they sent all this announcement to let you know that things had changed, but they didn't add that little bit. And I was just like, all right, cool, gotcha. And it was just like the change in venue, the little dangerousness, the random parking. I was like, whatever. But it was cool. And then because it was like 80, 90 degrees, I fully expected to get underneath like a hose or something. They didn't have it. They had bubbles. All right. Bubbles.
Would you go next year?
If my crew wants to go, no problem. I'm gonna go ahead and go with whatever my friends want to go. My sister went, my cousin went for the first time. She brought her American boyfriend. My sister brought her African boyfriend. We were all there to party it up, and we did. We all right. But is it gonna be like on my list of things to do like it was last year? Not really. Not
How much
really.
did you pay for your ticket? How much did you pay for your ticket?
It was $50 or $60, I think. I bought it far enough ahead of time that I completely forgot about it until my calendar reminded me that I had to go.
So why didn't you go to Lluvia?
First and foremost, this is the first time I'm hearing about Lluvia. So
What?
this is
This
the
is like
first
the third
time
or fourth year.
that might have been the case, but I wasn't getting none of the advert for it. So when somebody was like, "Oh, Lluvia is happening at the same time," I'm like, I thought they were talking about the dangling thing in the back of somebody's throat. I said, why are you telling me about that? I don't care about your anatomy.
Yo,
So
I'm
that's
done
it.
with you.
Oh, tell your friend why he's
The
obsessed with
phone
me.
is cutting
Zogad,
up, girl.
I met this also no coco somewhere parce que you seem to be up my backside. Okay. But anyways, I got my nephew friends here, including Kala. Tell Zogad, Lamyon, Maman Tui. And then that's it for me. Thank you so much for having me on your TED Talk, okay?
I
Bye,
appreciate you,
Larry.
darling. Later, darling. That's the homie Nancy. Hold up. Let me see something. I appreciate your honest, rational opinion. I want to see if someone is here, but they are gone. Fuck it. So I mean, what up, nephew? Zogar got a new friend. She says she loves Zogard and that they'll be friends till the end. Full stop. She said she heard Lluvia and she thought it was the dangly thing in the back of your throat. Yo, that's the joke of the fucking day. Like the DJs was livid. Why was the DJs livid, Adrian? What up, Mikey Mystic, man? I just gotta keep it as positive as I can. I don't want no beefs started on my page. And you know, we're about to wrap it up. But you know, check out, you know, the other events coming up. Ice Age is coming up. That's a cool event. Um, there's another one too, on the green or something like that. Look out for Sino's boat ride. I think it's All Eyes on Me, August 12th. Big up my Caravana crew, all those going to Caravana. See you down there. I'm leaving on the 3rd. And yeah, man. Who? 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 Zoga? Meld na bundao. Scoop sway na bundao. Scoop it in your bunda. Larry, I'm here, but using my laptop, so I can't really join. At least I don't think so. It's Soca Palooza. Oh yeah, Soca Palooza. Always got to big them up and put their thing out there too. I'm definitely going to that. You know what I mean? I like Soca Palooza. So yeah, man, just everybody just continue to go out. Same type of vibes. I didn't hear about any problems at Fetechilla. I did hear about the political shit about them closing out parties mad early. You know, I spoke to Ace a little bit, and I also saw his was like from 10, 11 in the morning. His shit stopped at like 3. So, when's Ice Age? I really don't know off the top of my head, but I will put the flyer on my page. Larry, please, English, please, and thanks. Meld Inambundao. Winston. Big up yourself, Winnie. August 12th, big up yourself, Red Lou. And yeah, big up everybody out there trying shit, man. You know what I mean? I'm trying to put together a Big People Party Part 2. This time I'll probably put my name on the flyer. Fuck it. And just continue to have it. The summer it's only the middle of the month, y'all. We still got another month. You know, summer's short in a sense, it's 2 months, but let me say this too. Deepest, 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 fucking deepest condolences to my homie Mary, the Neal family. You know what I mean? Lost their sister. Ray Neal, Mary Neal, all the whole family, the whole Neal family, my nephew Rakai. Also want to say my condolences to the Webb family, all those that knew Dante. He was a real good, cool nigga, man. And I can't, shit, I just got goosebumps. I can't finish this show without saying fucking goodbye. Yo, that dude was chilling with me at my soup stand all Suave, yo. He passed by me, him and Sandra fucking saw me, did the U-turn, came, bought some soup, sat, chilled with me. I was supposed to DJ his fucking 45th birthday party, but I had a fucking gig. Chatted with him like a week before. He had an apartment. He's like, yo, L, yo, I'm gonna hook you up, blah, blah, blah. Now my nigga gone, dog. So rest in peace, Dante, man. Rest in peace, Shirley. Everybody out there that lost someone, man. I didn't want to end it like this, but it just came to me. I should have started the show with that, but it really just came to me, man. And everybody just be safe. Let me read some of these comments, man. What's up, Cino? Big up yourself. Um, Bushy's pool party this Saturday. Dog, so I missed something, not nothing. Ain't nothing really in Boston really too out there like that. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, D. So big up all the DJs, man. Y'all did well. Prince Roy, you did well. Big up yourself. Q Major, you did well. Mohawk Man did his thing. Whatever the other dude is after him, I forgot his name. Somebody told me already, but he did well. And then he fucking, that dude, he got the plane off the ground, nigga. And he was like, turbulence, I feel turbulence. that dude started off so well and he crashed. You did well with that host. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I didn't know that was such a major part of the West Fed. Like, I was just, it was powerful. And like I said, big up Red House on the upgrade of everything, because they upgraded on the hose, they upgraded on the foam, they upgraded on the little trellis and the staging. And they had 2 stages, actually. They had tents. You know, I was wetting people up under the tent. So, yeah. Shout out to Larry. Pause, nigga. The fuck? Yo, cool dude. Nah, he's cool. Mohawk Man is cool. I'm just talking shit. I'm just talking shit about the one little time, too. The little speech he gave, like, blah, 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 shut up. But he's cool. Big up. But I had fun. I just knew water needed to get everywhere, so I just tried to do my job. They gave me a job to do, and I tried to do it to my best. Nah, but I ain't gonna be real. Some of them was pure accident. Some of them was me really trying to change the pressure. Sometimes I'm trying to put the hose down to the ground, and somebody's walking like right up under me. Bow! I'm like, oh, you see. There was one girl. Stories from the hose. That's the segment now. Yo, there was this one chick, right? No, I swear to God, because the song's in my head. You know this shit, DJ Kim, turn around and bend, now turn around. She turned. I had the hose water going down to the ground because I was gonna fucking take the hose and flip it from just to have it over the hose and back under to use it as leverage, right? And the woman, she turned around and bend, and her face went, and I see the woman glasses go, pew! I was like, oh shit. I was like, yo, that hose looked like it's straight pimp slapped dog shit stories from those. You know, I didn't know I almost knocked Naisha. She's like, yo, you almost knocked my plane out. I didn't know. I seen her, she tapped me, she said hello, I said hello, and I would have sworn that was the only communication and conversation we had the whole time. I didn't know I hit you with the hose afterwards. Then I seen Sino outside. Sino was like, yeah, I seen you inside, but you was with that hose, nigga. I wasn't coming behind you. I was like, yeah, nigga, I was gonna wait you down. I didn't give a fuck. Yo, there was these, all right, so you know they had the slides. So they had the little crew by the slides, the little side joint, right? And right by, the slide, the big green slide, there was all a little crew by the wall. Had this tall Rasta man. He was real cool. So at first, I was just going up in the air and I was letting it come down like rain, right? And he's staring at me. I'm like, this nigga think I'm gonna stop, nigga. So I put the pressure down so it come down on these niggas now, right? So then on the left-hand side was these bitches I used to chill with, but I don't chill with them no more. I was like, oh, she don't got Remy weave neither? I'm about to have a ball today, nigga. I turned it into that real straight fucking real straight fucking projection. So let me go left to right, I see the Rasta man, how they weed in the hand, nigga. This nigga, he ducking like he gonna go somewhere, nigga. That man went straight in the path for the water, nigga. Blizz done. I seen the bitches to the left scatter like roaches, nigga. I'm like, I'm just doing my job, nigga. I'm just doing my job. These people want to. Then every like 20, 25 minutes, they got the whole crew behind me. Drag, 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 you know, drag, drag, think of drag, drag, fuck that. Going back here too, fuck that. Then Tony Kick said, yo, them niggas right there underneath the fucking, go in there, go in there. I said, in there? They're right next to the DJs. But I got aim, nigga. Oh! Is I wet fat? And I'm high in the air. What you gonna do? Come up in there and beat me up, nigga? You will never get up there and spraying your dough like I... They even have some asshole. He decide he want to pick up the other fucking water holes, and the nigga wetting up me. I was an equal opportunity moisturizer. Out of all words, I'm just glad you didn't say lubricator. Yo, this nigga decides to pick up the fucking hose. He's wetting people all drunk. I'm like, all right, he wet me. Yeah, all right, he wet me. So I looked at him like, yo, stop fucking wetting me. Then he wet me big. I turned around. I gave this dude. I was obnoxious with it too, nigga. I'm like, get your motherfucking ass from around this hose, nigga. Nigga, that nigga came. Yo, you see what I did? Nigga, the nigga came back with the hose. He got real right with it after that, nigga. He just did. There was even a lady with the hose. She was cool with it. She wet me a couple times. It's cool. But god damn, this dude, he was wetting. I'm like, bro, wet them, dog. I just literally dried off. It's cool. Yeah, that hose is ill. Big up Red House on that hose. The pressure was right. Get it up in the air, get the rain going. Then, you know, there was certain songs when that drift shit came on and they was all in the corner. I said, fuck that. I just let them have it, nigga. But they seemed to enjoy it. They was all, like, cool. Every time I seen somebody get on that mechanical bull, nigga, don't wet the mechanical bull. My bad. Didn't know, just trying to wet the chick there. What's better than a wet chick on a bull, nigga? That's the best thing. And they had a mechanical bull, oh God. And they had a mechanical bull. 2 slides. You know what I mean? It was a good time, dog. I was the first cunt to go on it. I don't give, oh, Larry's about to, man, we came out to have a good time. You think I give a fuck about what y'all think? Nigga, I'm get on the fucking bull, start the fucking, start it up, nigga. Who's next? I don't give a fuck, dog. I was chilling. I came out to have a good time. Yo, when I've done it mad times. I went to Texas before I got out. Oh, y'all with that Larry? Oh, you on a bull? You must see your mother? Yeah, bull your mother. You want to talk about bull? Bring your mother. But nah, Lluvia was lit. Lluvia was lit. Sorry I wasn't at Fetechilla to speak about it like that. You know what I mean? But I heard, you know, in a sense, it was lit too. I didn't really hear no too much complaints. I heard a couple of complaints, but those who had complaints, I need them to say it or speak on it. I don't want to be the one to complain on someone's shit, you know what I mean? Because I didn't even really see videos or anything like that. I was talking shit on that level, like, damn, no videos? And then the videos I saw, won't lie, niggas were standing around. But again, I know how, let me see. That bull was everything. I know how Fetechilla is. After 3 hours, 4 hours, nigga, you're done. You're done. Dude left you to try to fight. Oh, who was that to? I don't know that. Now I need a part 2. Fuck that. Tell Red House. Last year it was deeper in the summer. If I'm not mistaken, wasn't it in August last year? If I'm not mistaken, I was kind of Fetechilla nice. You wouldn't say Fetechilla sucked if it sucked anyways, you know. Let's be real. You know I ain't gonna sugarcoat shit with you, my nigga. Love you to death. But if that shit was whack, you would have probably been like, it was cool. You're a nice guy, dog. You don't have that asshole in you. You do, but you gotta push your buttons, dog. Your buttons ain't push yet. You and Lion are cool right now, so you're gonna say it was all right. Fetchilla's nice. Lion ain't piss you off yet. Lion gotta piss you off to be like, yeah, nigga, there needed to be XYZ elemental P. So I want, and I'm sure that when Lion, or if Lion ever watches this, he would appreciate the patron's opinion on it. You know what I mean? Like Zogan. Zogan said bullshit, but everyone knows Zogan's a tetkaka. You know what I mean? So you're not gonna go for him, but it's always in July. Oh, okay. Again, I said I might have been wrong. I thought that, but it's definitely something that the community needs. I like the fact that there was something to do in Grove Hall. That to me was the shit. You got the cheaters, you know, I call the cheaters who stand up over in CVS and they look on down and they're like, ooh, you know what I mean? Those Americans up there selling the cigarettes. Look at the girl, look at the booty over there, nigga. Waiting for them to play Murder, She Wrote. Yeah. You give credit where credit is due. I can't knock you for your rational opinion, brother. If you feel that Fetechilla did not deserve any credit, who am I to say you were wrong? That is your rational opinion, bro. I have mine. Many people say I agree with Larry. And big up all those people who ran up on me on them positive vibes too, and Lluvia. A couple of people ran up on me, like 2 women, and yo, Larry, keep doing your thing. I like when you talk real and things of that nature, man. I really appreciate that, man. That's big. I stayed at Fetechilla for all of an hour. I went to Yellow Cup Festival, which was epic. Fetechilla needs work, but there is time. I'm excited for it for years to come. This year was a bit of a miss. Learning curves, though. You're sugarcoating it, Daryl. That's not raw, authentic, and uncut. Again, you and Lion must be cool right now. I need that response like you be giving Red House. I need that raw, uncut nigga. Like, yeah, you say you was on there but an hour. I need to know what the raw. So what happened at 4? What happened at 3? What happened at 2? What happened? All the hours that you was there, except for that 1. You gonna tell me, oh, but it's time we can fix it. Holy raw saw you. I'm glad you ain't raw so called. You know we use G's, but right now you are very melancholy with these responses. You're being very kind-hearted. You nice? You being nice? You got a party with this nigga or something? Next thing, Lion and designing Daryl at Mojitos. It sound like he being nice. Very much so. I am over Boston. So you're just keeping it positive. I get it. That's like me in the carnival shit. I wish you the best. In the back of my head, like, suck one of our soul. Out loud, wish you the best. Hey, Larry, such and such. Once I hear carnival, it becomes a wah, 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 and out my mouth, wish you the best. We have to redirect our actions. That is what's what is important, which is citywide. I agree. I agree. I heard Fast Wine again. Oh, I gotta big up. I can't forget my man. He just played with Winnie Hot Skull. He played good, man. I can't do this whole show and not big you up, man. You gotta big up the youth, them. Them is the future. And that little nigga played good. So I can't not big you up. Big up Hot Skull. He was like one of the first to run some tunes, and he played very, very, very well. You know what I'm saying? So gotta big him up. Join the live, Daryl. Daryl said he's using his other computer, you know, and this is his phone, and he can't come in, so maybe another time. But he's a fast typer. He gave us a little bit of, you know, his insights in his rational opinion. dude that was trying to spray you with the hose. After he tried spraying you, he was fight. Scoops had to yank you up before. Oh, word! That was Scoops, boy? That makes it even better. Yeah, nigga. Cause it wasn't gonna be no fight. You can't fight no man with no fucking fire hose. This shit used to keep Negroes back in the slave days. Taking out whole crews with the fire hose in them elevator. You think you fucking with me? And you know he started it. So I'm good. I didn't see all that, Thank you for that info. I ain't seen none of that. I seen when he stopped, so I just said, all right, he stopped, so I stopped. I didn't see Scoops. I didn't see none of that shit. I seen stuttering fucker over at dog. You know I got the stuttering fucker. I seen him over by the speakers. That was the first time I had to get real long with it. I was like, oh, big tall black cunt over there. I went straight for the stuttering cunt, nigga. Nigga had to run back quick, nigga. Fuck that, nigga. But yeah. And on a positive note, I have to say big up to all of those people who I kind of rekindled, just the communication where I thought I had, or they thought we had problems or whatever, and we just went off to the side and we spoke and we rekindled, and I don't got a problem with you, I love you, blah, 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 you know what I mean? So, to those I had those conversations with, big up yourself. You don't need what is known does not need to be said. Love you. And that was another positive thing. Larry is banned from host duties. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Uh-oh. Drum roll. Big up yourself, Danielle. Boom, 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 boom. Adding. Come on, man. These fucking cricket lines, dog.
How do you do this then?
He put up the stationery. What up, D?
Hi. But I don't know. Seriously, you have to tell me how to do this. This is why I kind of shy away from doing these kind of things, because aside from doing Zoom and all this kind of stuff, you all show my age. I've not done this live thing. Neither have I done an Instagram live. So forgive me. I don't even know how to go on camera with this shit.
But all good.
Ask your question.
Your voice is all we need.
Ask you, and you know what? In some cases, it might save some people like Quentin, but we digress. Talk to me.
How you gonna put the meat in the oven but not turn it on, nigga?
Because sometimes I might know things about everybody's meat, and they may not want it in the oven. Okay?
What the
So
fuck?
can we talk about the matters at hand? See, this is why you can't have my face on no goddamn live. This is why you can't do this. You can't. And just for any city officials on this call right now, it is almost 5 o'clock, and I didn't take a lunch today, so please spare me.
Wait, you think my show is powerful enough to have city officials on it?
Absolutely. You have one on right now.
Uh-oh.
And there are many others that hide in the limelight, and many others that choose to use their job profiles for without the sake of their culture at hand and just wait to sacrifice other people. But I've been a lamb before, and my mutton tastes real good. So,
all right, question. So I don't know if you heard the beginning of my show, but I was speaking on some things I overheard about some of the, issues that they're creating because they're having events like Lluvia at 40 Geneva Avenue. Are you hearing anything of the sort?
What do you mean? Yeah, I'm hearing anything of this. I'm hearing things, but I'm not gospel by any means. There's people out in the community that are hearing different things, and until we use our media outlets that we have available to us, one of them being Spark for right now. Shout out to Danielle and the team, but other media outlets as well who are willing to take the voice of the community and amplify, we should feel free to speak out to them. But what issues in particular are you hearing? 40 Geneva Avenue is a parcel of land that is being managed right now by a city government, a city um, uh, force. It's called the BPDA. People know about it, but it's part of a larger discussion about open spaces throughout the city of Boston. So it's already planned or developed to be something, but right now it's vacant. And because it's vacant, yes, entities can go forward and put together a proposal to use the space. There's nothing wrong with that. As you know, with many city
It's
things,
the
though, there's
fight.
a lot
It's
of
the
red
fight
tape
that
you
I'm
got to go
talking
through.
about.
It's
It's
the
the
what?
fight that I'm talking about of having these events that, for example, like Lluvia yesterday, there were complaints that, oh, then they're going to complain that they're not going to try to have it next year. The residents don't like it and all these things, which I think is made up. But
No,
I know
no, it's
there's
not
some
made up.
validity to it. I know there's some validity to it because there's always going to be a Krabby Patty in the neighborhood. I know that shit.
And
But
sometimes
I don't think
it's
it's to
only
the
one. Sometimes
right.
it's only one crab.
That's what I'm saying,
But
and
if
I
the
don't think
other
it's to the
crabs don't
extent
go
of
to
what
the,
they're saying.
if the other crabs, to use your metaphor, if they don't, if they're not there to voice their opinion, that one crab's voice is going to be
Is
what will
the
take.
loudest. Yep.
Right. So you got to think about that as well. Overall, yes, I am a chronic complainer. I love to use my lens to go online and thought provoke and cause people to really figure out what it is they want to do. But I think people spend too much time on the fact that I lead with negativity, that they fail to see the positive outcome. You fall a lot in the same
Okay.
bracket as I do. This is probably why we get along decently. However, people need to understand that this issue that promoters are having, the venue issue, the all of this kind of stuff, you have a part in that. The community who's attending has a part in that. And even if you go out and you have a slip up and you fight and you, like you say, have your well shaved product out on display or whatever the case is, it's okay. People are allowed to have slips. But y'all make this instance feel like we can't have anything in Boston, or that because we say, oh, people are going to fight, that something is going to happen. That's not the case. You really just need to pay attention to what's happening in your community. Reach out to your neighborhood development centers. It is the job of these city officials and neighborhood representatives to make sure that you are safe, but you're also forming community. And this is one of the ways. Going out there
Right.
to Lluvia is one of those events. Going out to events where we can have, I mean, I know you might have your differences or whatever the case is, but going out to Scoop School of Fed, going out to even the Boston Carnival, whatever the case is, this is a sense of belonging and a sense of community. It is our right.
Which is true. Which is true. And to piggyback off what you said, the same way they go into the offices to fight it, the same way we could go into the offices
To
to
build it.
defend it, but nobody
Exactly.
defends it.
Exactly. So let's leave them with that little carrot. Ask me the questions
Right.
you wanted me to ask. I'm here now. You said I was what? You said I was nice, that me and Lion probably got a party coming up.
Yeah,
Go ahead. I'm here for it.
that was
Let's
all
go.
bullshit. That was all bullshit. That
Oh,
was feeding the
now
fire.
it's, oh,
But
so I
tell
took your
me,
bait. I took your bait. Okay.
we
Got it.
talking, we fucking talking. How the fuck
Got
was
it.
Uvia?
I didn't go.
Where
I
was, yes, where was the good
I
parts?
didn't go
Where
to
was the
Lluvia.
bad parts?
I went to a stunning, well done. I'm gonna take my 2 minutes to promote the F out of this party, because 30 plus, brought to you by Deuce Fam and my boy Brandon, who's on this call right now. 30 plus was everything. It was at the W Hotel. People dressed nice, looked nice, smelled nice. The music was incredible. Brandon and Alex, I can't remember the other DJ, they did their thing. I encourage everybody's on this call to follow Deuce Fam, follow me. I'm not a promoter, but the event, I think, for our age group was everything we're looking for right now. Like, this was great. All right, I'm done.
Okay.
I didn't go to Lluvia though. Fetchilla,
Uh, uh,
like I told you, I went there all of an hour, right? You all saw my rant online, and I was very disappointed with Lion Production Group and Sound International. They know this. My feelings have been shared. We've been in constant conversation since then. And no, I am nobody's puppet. I'm nobody's. You don't buy my time, my mouth, my blog, my words, nothing. You don't. I'm very similar to you. And yes, it comes at a cost. Does it mean I'm everybody's friend? Does it mean I'm on everybody's gig? No, it's fine. Life goes on. But we I think you and and I'm not going to speak for you because you do that very well by yourself, but I'm going to speak for me. We have, I think, a social responsibility to be that voice that goes against the grain. So I couldn't give a flying fuck who thinks my opinion does not matter. But I can tell you who does because I have the proof and the receipts to prove it. It's they, because these promoters also know when they mess up. You don't think Red House knows when they mess up when they do something? You don't think they have peer promoters that say, well, you're getting man something to talk about, so you gonna fucking talk? Yes. And similarly, I hold everybody to those standards. And yesterday, or actually on Saturday, I held Lion Entertainment and Sound International to those standards because what they did was absolutely wrong. What they did, they needed to take to take accountability on. And I will not align myself or my brand to anybody that don't do that shit. Are you dumb?
So me not knowing what they did wrong, what did they do wrong?
You knew what
Like little,
they do wrong. Don't play that with me. If you want, you are a DJ. Number one, your DJs talk faster than my
wait,
posts on Facebook could be typed.
honestly, Daryl, I don't know shit. I didn't speak to no DJs
But
or any
you
of that. I don't know
read the
shit.
post. One of the things that my post does is clearly, or at least to the best that I can, articulate my point that I'm trying to get across. And the salient point for my post was, you do not, I don't care who it is, local, out of state, otherwise, I don't give a fuck. You don't cut people at the very last minute when you have advertised a product minutes before a show with not much more of not an apology, not any kind of message from you, the entity, because as of now, the entity has not even said, oh, these people are not showing up. You left it up to the folks that were cut to send that message for you. And that does not send the right message to patrons who are paying their money to come to an advertised event. In my opinion, that is the number one reason you lose brand credibility. I can't put out a costume out there without the right amount of fucking feathers on it. Them people who are paying for my costume will sacrifice me whole.
So
So
to
why,
the
as a
people,
promoter, you think you can do
one
it?
second. So to the people on my show who don't get it, basically he's saying one of the entities, which I'm assuming is a DJ, was supposed to be at the event and wasn't at the event, and there was no notification from any of the team that promoted the event. So that's the clarification to those like Nancy who's asking and so forth.
Yeah, I've not seen
Go
the
ahead, B.
comments either. I'm sorry. To guys who's watching on this show, I don't know if it's because it's Larry's live. I'm pretty sure there's a way I can see the comments because when the previous caller called in, she was able to respond. But you have to forgive me. I promise the more lives I do, I'll probably get better. But for right now, I'm literally just flying blind. So, but yes, there were two. I don't know if anyone has exposed. Can my page? To my understanding, my page is public. You can go on and look at it. It's still there. I think it's still on the entity's pages because this is a work in progress. And if there are any promoters watching this, this should be a lesson to you all. It's not just only about supporting local versus out of state. It's just about your brand product, overall. Don't make it seem like it's just so easy and so casual to just purely dilute your product for the sake of $1. I don't give a shit about business sense. After all, you are asking for people's hard-earned money out there to come and support your fucking product. And on top of
What
that,
you
at the end
said.
of the day, when they come out, you are going to then bait and switch them. And this is what I really hate, because folks that you're aligned to do this all the time. I have no problem calling they don't do it all the time, but they've done it frequently. When they have messed up, diluted their brand, watered it down, given you something, they come on afterwards and pity party you and say, oh, situations beyond our control. But hey, see you at the next event. I don't do that. And I don't play by that. These are the situations that extract a rant from me online.
So you feel like they owe you one?
So they don't owe me jack. As a
I
matter
ain't
of fact,
saying what
many
you say.
promoters.
I'm asking what you feel. You feel if there was any
No,
discrepancy in a
no.
party.
So let me answer that. And I'm answering it this way. I don't think there's any promoter, Red House included, that owes me a goddamn thing because I don't pay for anything I attend. And I'm not wearing it as a feather on my cap. I think these promoters over time have recognized the value of my worth. They've recognized the value of what I can bring to their event, whether I promote it, whether I decide to say I'm coming, sometimes whether it's even if I say let's go in my status. And that should be and why I feel cheated is because I feel they're using my brand integrity and leveraging off of that. And in some cases, Larry, probably yours too. You don't think the promoters that hire you think because your ass is going to go live and they're not, that there's a benefit in adding you to their cast in whatever way, shape, or form? Because
Of
I
course,
put damn sure want to find an event so I can have you bring your hoes.
of
Trust
course.
me.
Michael, what? That topic.
Got you right now.
You
Now
want
that
to
we
what?
broke up that dialogue a little bit, you get what I'm saying though. I
Yeah.
don't I don't like when
And I
people
agree.
mess.
And I agree.
I don't like when people mess with brand integrity and then try to pity patrons into coming to their next event, forcing them to digest shit like situations beyond our control. That is bull crap that you have been fed over time, and you feel like you can use it on your peers, the same peers that you're asking to help propel you to another financial bracket. Because don't act like when you have a successful event, this isn't adding money into your pocket.
Yep.
So don't piss on me and call it rain. Piss on me and call it something else, but don't call it motherfucking rain. We had Lluvia for that.
If you're gonna piss on me, just say sorry and try to make it better. I'm with that
I mean,
dialogue.
you know, because this is and this has to stop. And then now, for myself personally, when I travel and I do different things in different cities, it affects me because this same attitude that I have here, I carry with me because it's innate. I am from that culture that many of us have, where we are unapologetic. We speak our minds, this and that, and the third. But here's the next thing: this next generation that we have right now, oh baby, they don't give a shit. They are going into the clubs. They are buying $350 bottles. They are spending money. They don't care if they lose their job tomorrow. They are, matter of fact, telling their boss, fuck you, goodbye. So what makes you think they will not try to cancel your event tomorrow? What makes you think that they won't collectively get together and I mean, and some of them have done it, right? They will get together, form an event. It has two people and won't give a shit as long as the two of them didn't come to your party. But to me, that is just sort of like perpetuating this cycle that we've had in Boston for so long, and we can't go nowhere. So when I go internationally, I ask myself the same question: how is it I can't get a local DJ to perform in bands that I'm in, or mass camps that I work with, or whatever? And when I peel back the layers by having conversations with people, whether it be promoters that I know and I'm fair with, or other DJs or whatever, they would describe scenarios, and I'm like, they still doing this shit? Have they not learned? It is. I want you to understand. If it's from me, it's from me to your ears, and whoever else is listening right now. Every single Boston promoter, I mean Boston DJ, or let me start with the DJs first. And I shouldn't say every single, but many of them that I have tried with and continue to try with, or whatever the case is, most acknowledge their issues. They all know what kind of has to happen to make Boston get there to the next level, right? But they are afraid because something has happened in our collective past that has caused them to have pause with working with other people to advance the effort. And it's
Yep.
the same shit that materializes when you take away the layer of the DJs and you compound it with the layers of the fucking promoters, right? That is why you have the same problem happening, because the DJs are becoming promoters. And if you haven't learned the formula, meaning if the promoters don't stay in their fucking lane and do what the hell they have to do and try to teach and coach that way, then nobody's learning. Because the DJs have to find out how to promote parties from somewhere. And if they were looking at a bullshit promoter in the first place, they're going to promote bullshit.
Say
So
it again.
nobody
Say
has
it
the
again.
formula.
Say it again. Or they do. It's just a fucked up formula with the same results. Now I get it that the venues and stuff that has to be the same, but even like when people are trying new events, the new events seem to have old twists. So you're gonna get the fucking
It
old
absolutely
result.
does. But I don't want to be overly negative,
Correct.
because I've said this to people who know me before. I would not be in Boston. When I say know me before, they kind of know like how I do things carnival wise and entertainment wise and everything else. I don't have to. I mean, if you even said this. I'm not here in Boston in the summer. I would be at certain events and that's it. When you look at my Instagram or whatever, then you'll be like, oh, he was here, he was there, he was, whatever the case is. So this year in particular, I gave up many of the stuff that I could have done with the carnival costumes that I was doing, as well as me taking my own money and deciding I want to go here and go there and everywhere, and said, you know what? No, I'm going to stay in Boston and I'm going to try to see what I can do with Boston to try to help it along and figure out what's going on. Unfortunately, we've had a slew of rainy weekends, so kind of events was getting canceled or whatever the case is, and then for whatever reason everybody thinks that the next wrestler out there, everybody want to fight on a weekend too, so you can't really see what Boston's flavor was like on a social standpoint on the weekend. But there is something special about Boston still. You get what I'm saying? Like, we've had some real hits with some events in Boston for the season so far. My understanding from you, Gazebo was excellent, right? And then the other thing is, so let me just, before I double back there, it's no fault, it's probably a strategy that any kind of feedback we have to give about local local events for the summer for Boston, a larger percentage of it has to go to Red House because they just released an onslaught of events one after the other. Now, again,
They
you
have
said
been very ambitious. From last year, I said
but
that
it's
they've been very ambitious in the
but
summertime.
is it really ambition though? Because I have said many a times they will release an onslaught of freaking events, but do all of them come off? They don't,
Now,
because they
now,
already postponed one.
now, true. Now, I said when that thought comes to my head, it goes back to your comment you just made, where I say the small Caribbean community that we have, everybody's trying to do something in 8 weeks. Like this week, for example, there was damn near 7, 8 parties, and that's not including the private events and all the other shits that people are having. So it's just it's a sucky fight because me and you coming from a time when one person will have a party, but there wasn't that whole I like him, I don't like him, and blah blah blah. It was like, oh, okay, Crossfire's coming. All right, everybody went to fucking Crossfire. All right, yo, Marshall's at Cavalier. Everybody went to Cavalier. Bounty's gonna be at Skycap. Everybody went to Skycap. You could have been fucking Bahamian, Peruvian, but now is oh, who throwing a party? Damn, I really love Barris, but I don't like Lions, so I ain't going. And oh, I like Sylvan, but I don't like Sean, so fuck Fred House and all this other bullshit.
For me, I would co-sign that to a degree. I hear you, and I would co-sign it to a degree. I still do think that there are people out there that will go to an event even though they may dislike the promoter, and then the littlest thing that they go to.
But I don't
No, but listen, but they
and I
can
don't
go the
dislike Scoops
littlest
anyway. He
thing.
dislikes me, so yeah. I go to his events though.
Thank you very much for clearing that up. We so do appreciate that. However, my point was that if you go to an event that the promoter, you may not be in agreement with the promoter, the littlest thing can happen at this event and it will piss you off to the extreme. Perhaps not an extreme that you would need to. You can go to a garden party by this promoter that you don't like and an ant can bite you and you think you'll blame the party. I get that. It's one of the reasons why for me at least, when I align myself with brands and particularly Lion Production Group, or at that point in time he was Lion Entertainment, and we did the whole Boston's premier promotional powerhouse, whatever, all these things. I focused the experience. I wanted the customer to have an experience. It was where we, the birth of Pimp My Club. I don't know if you remember that. You go into Unity and you never seen Unity look that way before. And we elevated the look and feel. So when the customer came to the event, it was like, oh my God. You know what? I forgot I was mad at Larry Jordan. He might be an asshole, but did you see that mechanical bull? Okay. These are the things that we incorporate to kind of sway the public's decision, right? Now they do that, and they incorporate people with a lot of following. With yourself, you have a large audience that will listen to your lives and all of that stuff as a tactic. We know it is influencing. A lot of the shit hasn't changed. It has evolved. So my question remains, up until the Friday, Saturday, whenever the fuck I found out, why are we forgetting the main component of this all, which is the customer? Because there is nothing an entity can tell me as a paying customer. You would have to explain me every goddamn situation that's outside of your control before you tell me the shit is out of your fucking control.
So he at least owes you that. He
He
don't
at
owe you
least,
nothing in a sense, but he at least owes you the respect to know where your hard-earned money has been wasted.
but it is also one of the reasons why you would notice that with a lot of these entities, they post up the thank you emails and, you know, hey, you even do it. You might be a little more innovative and decide to do a thank you live and say, you know, blah blah blah, because you want to put the little human component to it. But at the end of the day, Larry, that is still acknowledgement for patrons that spend their hard-earned money to do what they have to do. You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
You got to be able to respond and meet people where they are. And you also got to understand that there will be people that will constantly be unhappy. I personally like to put forward that narrative because I know in my personal life I am quite happy. But it's okay because I understand the narrative that I puts out gets people, it provokes people. It causes them to be able to say, hey, you know, that guy's an ass, but he makes a valid point. But I had to be the ass first. Because me just
Correct.
making a valid point may not resonate with you at that time. You might not have the guts so, but if someone is willing to have that false bravado for you, you'll co-sign the idea. So that was me having the false bravado, even though I stood up 1,000% to it, because I know there was a lot of people that my post probably caught off guard. Daryl going against Lion Entertainment or even SI or whatever the case is. What the fuck happened? Who pissed on him and called it rain? Is he up? You know what I mean? Is he up for dibs? Is Red House now back in
And
the in the thing?
some people don't see it as you just being a patron and honestly speaking your mind. It's not about going against Lion. You know what I mean? And that's what I say about when I have my show and I speak on anything. It's not me going against the person. It's whatever the subject is. Yeah, we're speaking about it honestly. You are saying, yo, I'm not designing Daryl in a sense. Yes, I am him, but I'm a patron right now. Even if I didn't pay to come in, I'm speaking for the patron as a patron. You said these motherfuckers was going to be here. And then after that, the motherfuckers ain't come, and all we get was a, yo, my B, sorry for it. See you at the next show. Like you said, to make a long story short.
And you know, I try to remove myself. I mean, I haven't blogged in like I don't know how long, right? But you know, it's like you're a great cook. If you're a great cook, you might not cook a particular dish, but when you cook it, you're like, damn, I ain't shit left. So it's not an issue. But it really bothers me to know that when I did what I did, it unearthed so many ugly tactics that we found out that promoters resort to. I mean, it's the internet bullying, it's the misogynistic behavior they want to have when females are trying to do something. It's like, are you serious? Are we back in the ice age? And me now living in my glass house, just going to events and thinking that they're showing me one lens, right? Think that that's the way that things have evolved and I'm comfortable here, I'm happy. But you know why I use, you don't see me now, but it's a tongue-in-cheek sort of retort, is because the people who have been victims to this also has a social responsibility. They also have to speak up and they also have to know the power of their influence. You feel what I'm saying? Because nobody knows what the future is going to hold and we're all in here for a shared experience. So I don't understand why any particular promoter will want to use their masculinity because they're a man to think that they can do anything they want to do to a woman, number one. And then number two, paired with that is, if you are a particular age in this industry, why in the hell would you think that you don't owe the young people your listening ear and or two, owe them your respect? Why would you think that? We have kids that literally can raise their parents right now.
Especially if
And if
that
they
was the
if
majority of the demographic,
the
and that seemed to be the
majority of the
majority of the
demographic is
demographic.
young. The majority of the that's the thing. That's the thing that blows my mind, because the majority of the attending public belongs to the age group of the people that you're gonna cut. So how
Right.
are you even looking at your product? Meanwhile, now let's look at the stark contrast of Fetechilla and Lluvia. I see Prince Roy is there. I see they had a performance by Malik ST. I see, you know,
Big him up
well,
too. I didn't say much about him too. I forgot. Yeah, but big him up too. He was doing his thing. He was trying.
I
He was
mean,
running through the crowd, trying
and
his little thing.
but you know what, Larry? It's a learning curve for the both of us, and I'm not trying to take up on your side. You can do that for yourself very well. But I don't even know these people these young folks. They make it their business to know me. They make it their business to speak up, to stand. You know what I mean? They make it and that for me tells me that you care about your image and you want, you know what I mean? Like, so if they're doing that, why in the fuck would I not want to reciprocate the action?
Right.
And why wouldn't I want people that I am aligned with, that I literally go to bat for? So you could understand how angry I was. I hope people understand, because let me tell you, they may not know. They're going to know now if they watch it live, if they watch it later on and they hear my voice. I'm mad. I am extremely livid. I mean, I'll get down off of it, because, Larry, there comes a time when, as we get older, we tend to link with like minds, and we think to feel like, okay, we've made it over this hurdle, and this is where we're at, right? These are people I can trust. This is my ace. I can do, they ain't gonna do no shit. And then they do the shit.
Yep.
It's like, are you crazy?
Yeah.
And
I didn't know that. I didn't
and
know 3 DJs though. So
I didn't
again,
know 3 DJs either. I'm sorry. I don't know who the third DJ is. I heard,
that's
I
what
only know of 2.
that's what Zoe is saying, and a
Yeah, I
couple
need
other
to fix
people.
these comments. I feel like I'm missing out on something. There must be some shit I gotta press. But anyhow, yeah, I only knew about two DJs.
Even so, though,
That
that's still. I mean, they did have a million DJs, but these were the 2 highlights, so to
so
say, right?
let's touch on it. Let me throw this at you and see how you would deal with it. So you're an event promoter. You're the only promoter that's promoting Fetechilla, and your event has now been cut down by 5 hours, and you have 11 slated DJs. That's the numbers. How would you deal with that?
Yo, I would just honestly have to tell people what it is and tell some of the DJs, due to circumstances beyond our control, you gonna have to do that. And same way you cut half them hours, you got to cut half those DJs
So you would go the route of cutting the DJs.
in half, and those DJs who don't perform this year will be the DJs I'm using the following year.
So let me ask this. Why aren't you thinking of other ways to monopolize the time? I heard you say earlier on your live that when people came to Lluvia, they only got, I want to get the timer because I said I wasn't there. They only got like 4 hours or something like that, right?
No, it was from 12 to 7. I didn't say that. It was from 12 to 7.
Well,
I
there was
left at
something
like
with the, okay,
6. I
maybe, you
left
know
at
what,
like
maybe
6.
this will validate my other point that I'm trying to get. I don't
Okay.
quite know exactly how much DJs they had, right? But
Right.
I don't think they had 11 DJs,
Okay.
right? And where I'm going with this is, if the party was initially advertised for 11 hours and you had 11 DJs, you'd ask each of those DJs, the expectation was that each of those DJs would play for 1 hour. That would be the expectation just by simple math.
Just for,
If you had 11 DJs,
to assume.
right?
Yep.
So if you cut the time down and you now have 6 hours, but you still have 11 DJs, right?
Right.
I think, and this is my opinion, just my asshole opinion, I think cutting the DJs is the cop-out. I think that you should have carefully examined how much time is 6 hours, down to the minute, divide that up by your 11 DJs, and adjust every DJ's time to suit. Because at this point,
and you're right in the sense, but I was thinking that the
situation that's
DJ.
out of your control at that point in time is the time, right? We have a tendency as promoters to want to pay the DJs, whomever they are, get the most out of our money from that DJ. So let's say I have DJ Khaled. I want to make sure that DJ Khaled, I just said his name because it's DJ Khaled.
Right, I get it.
And let's just say I pay DJ Khaled the most amount of money. I want to make sure that if everybody's getting an hour, that DJ Khaled gets an hour too, to make it balanced. But if the time is cut and I have a ton of and everybody's supposed to get an hour, I'm gonna give everybody else 15 minutes and still give DJ Khaled an hour because he's the big draw. In some cases that works, right? But not in our culture, especially for two reasons. For an event that has a standard that we know the cycle of Fetechilla. This isn't new. This isn't like it's our first Fetechilla event. Fetechilla is a model. So people know that there's an expectation to see diverse music from diverse DJs on a stage for a particular amount of time, right? They were supposed to give people, everybody that was slated to perform on that day. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. What they missed was the very common sense tactic, which was examining time. And what they adopted was a very foolish rule of the lowest man on the totem pole, get out. It's just in this case, the lowest man happened to be young, and they also happen to be local. And I have a serious problem with that.
You make perfect fucking sense.
Oh, I do, huh? Damn, I deserve that Sunday. Shit.
You make perfect sense. And when I
Jimmy's
responded earlier, I just spoke of it, and I responded quickly just as a DJ because I know DJs like time to play. So I was just like, you know what, just cut them in half and let each DJ continue with their little hour because 6 and 6, well, 6 and 5 or whatever. And that's just how I was thinking on a quick response. But you with the more thought out plan, yeah, makes perfect fucking sense.
But it bolsters, and
then
you know,
it
I can't
ends
do
everything.
anything.
So then you end the situation.
I can't do anything without, you know, and I know this is gonna hurt me later because Freeze is a friend. But that's why I posted, you know, the unfrozen state of Freeze. I was getting comments about how terrible he played. And every DJ deserves an off day. No one is perfect and you'll have an offset. But when you know you're going up against all this shit, I mean, Freeze doesn't know this.
Serious about playing no more. I said I was clowning him on my last video.
Fair
Freeze
to
ain't
say,
serious about playing no more.
fair to say, he would have to be the one to answer that as far as I'm concerned. But if you know, I mean, if you know that you're not hitting today, then give somebody else a chance. You know what I'm saying?
He played shit for a long time. Damn.
Right. So
Was he sweating profusely?
I'm to the point where I am past the blame because I too recognize that I'm part of the problem, and I want to see how I can fix it, which is why I kept lying and sounding not sounding. Jesus Christ! And they're like postponing stuff too. I need to find out what's going on because I was really looking forward to Ecstasy. But you know,
I was assuming that was the whole Mojitos debacle, but I see Brandon and them still having Socapalooza, so I don't know why they stopped there.
I don't know, but we'll revisit that because if it's, that's the thing. I hope people just know that postponement means you have an assurance of a guaranteed date. When your ass don't give us a date, Red House and Sound Incorporated, just instead of putting postpone, just put abandon, nigga, and give up the idea.
No, that ain't Red House.
No, Red House postponed an event too. Don't play with me. You know I come with receipts.
I'm just talking about Ecstasy. I was just.
I understand that, but I in my conversation to you on this part of my live, good sir, that you invited me to, I'm bringing two people. I'm calling two people up to the desk to answer. When you slash across postpone, that's all cool and all, but I find y'all should give yourselves a 48-hour window.
You didn't put cancel, you put postpone, so you want to know.
And I'm gonna go a step further and put this shit abandoned. I don't want to see that shit no more. If you know your ass could only handle 4 events for the goddamn summer, put up 4. Don't be ambitious and put up 6 and postpone. I'm using air quotes. Postpone 2, because that's when I'm gonna go in on you, because you're postponing it to when. I'm mad y'all missing out on my facial expressions and shit, because I could take myself being made into some memes. I know some people don't go me, he's real vain, but I promise you I take my own self as a joke. Probably even more than Larry takes his own self for a joke. I think that's probably why we are so much alike.
Hold on a second, Darryl. You're cutting up. I think I got a car passing me. This old piece of shit. You're cutting up. All right, try again.
No, I forgot what I was gonna say, but it's okay. Am I still cutting up?
I could blame mine on weed. I don't know what you're blaming yours on.
I could. Can you hear me now?
Cutting up. I don't know what happened all of a sudden. I think it's this fucking car. Still
I don't
there?
know. I'm still here. I'm hearing you
Are
clearly.
you
I don't
are
know if it's I don't know if
you
it's
are
my
you
phone.
moving around?
I'm not moving around. I'm right here. I have not moved since.
This fucking cunt. Right now. Are you talking? Yeah, that's fucked up. I can't hear you, bro. I don't want to end the call like this. Yep, he hung up. Maybe he'll try back. Let's see, my face just got all foggy. That's better. Maybe he'll call back. That was weird. Maybe this car came through here and beat up Maximum, man. Turn your engine off, dog. But that was real. I think y'all get what's going on because we chatted for a while. Let me read some of these comments. Blame the promoters for knowing damn well the venue has a curfew and policy, but yet chose to be greedy about it. Facts, Daryl, you're 100% right. Big up yourself, Latia. I see your family. I'm mad as fuck because I wanted to go to that. It was pure vibes. Um, you need to be able to make constructive criticism to get better, as a promoter. Some of these promoters don't know how to use how and you. Some of these promoters don't know how and use aggression and intimidation against those who speak out. I've experienced this. Wow. Sorry for that, Chemo. Um, going on there, big man? Are you over there with that car fucking up my reception in my live video? Huh? I said, that's you with your car fucking up your reception in my live video? I just, that low? Nigga. I just fucking with you, man. August 12th has 8 events. Shaking my head. When they could link and make that bag together. And as Daryl said, man, there's a lot of history where dudes just don't want to let go. And I'm part of that too. There's just some people I ain't fucking with. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. Is it right? Is it good? No. But you know, you just can't mess with everybody. There's some people I'm gonna mess with, and there's some people I'm not. You know what I mean? Or there's some people who mess with me and won't mess with other people. And there's some people, there's some people who don't know me and hate my guts. That's just how Boston is. Too much egos. Too much egos, definitely. You
All
there,
right, I'm
D?
back. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you.
Perfect. Yeah, I don't know what that was, but I got out and I came back in. So maybe it was me.
Oh, you're cutting up. Now.
Now I'm cutting up.
Let me see if I move. If this gets better. Just say like la 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 or something.
La 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 or something. I moved in like literally over my modem.
Huh? I don't know, D. Sums up.
Okay, if you say
Oh,
so.
there you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. I hear you
I'm
loud
better
and clear
now?
now. Yeah. You're better. You're better.
Yeah, because
My bad.
I don't know what was happening. I'm
Nah,
not
but
gonna move. I'm not gonna move. I'm hanging with 1 foot off my. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna give you color commentary because that could be risky.
yeah, well, that's a little bit too much information, bro. What the fuck?
Anyway, but I think you got enough from me for today. This was, you know what? I want to thank you for this experience because I don't go live very often, and it's always been something that I think I should get into. But I don't think. I think you have been doing an amazing job with these updates that people don't need to hear both sides or like the same side or whatever the case is. It brings me enjoyment. But
Appreciate it.
I felt like I had a very active weekend this weekend and a very eye-opening weekend this weekend. And I had promised certain people who I know that I talked to about these things that this wasn't over for me. You know what I'm saying? Because I take the fact that I value Boston. It's where I grew. It's where I basically consider home. That I don't want our nightlife to base at the Caribbean nightlife, I should say, because overall Boston's nightlife is taking a hit. But the Caribbean nightlife, I can't afford it just for our stupid little egos and our little silos to like destroy ourselves through like infighting and shit, right? It's dumb, it's worthless. But they're doing a good job trying to make me see that they want it, they like it this way. You know what I mean? So I
You know
think
what
it's
it
up to
is?
people like yourself and myself to keep giving these kind of opinions and causing people to think and provoke, and you know, it was helpful to hear other people just call in and voice their opinions, like that lady Nancy who called in and gave what she thought to be her honest opinion about Fetechilla and all kinds of other things. Because what I heard in that moment is we aren't doing a good job promoting. Because how could you not hear about Lluvia? And I'm not saying how, because clearly she illustrated how someone cannot hear about Lluvia. But what are we not doing right?
Can I say something? Can I say something to that? Can I say
Sure.
something? This is the first time I'm hearing about this yellow cup shit, yo. I'm like, what the
Listen,
fuck is yellow cup?
listen. And let me tell you, there was a decent amount of West Indians. I was actually going to post about this tomorrow. Now,
What is
and you know something
it?
too?
Explain it to me. Let's
So
start from the beginning.
well, let me just say this. It is akin to Boston Wild Black. And so Boston Wild Black was also on Saturday, right? Most West Indians probably would not be too familiar or make the trek down to Lawn on D for Boston Wild Black if they know that there is a West Indian event, because we as Caribbean people are very territorial, and I love that for us,
Right.
because we'll choose our event over other people. But Boston Wild Black is a vibe, right? And Yellow Cup Festival follows the same kind of thing, where it's sort of like a day rave, a day party, and they have a mix of DJs, and everybody just drinks out of yellow cups. So yellow cups like red cup, but they just drink out of yellow cups. But the drive, it was in Worcester, but the place was amazing. It was at Polar Park. The backdrop was against a field. And I mean, you and I both have diverse sort of, like, you never know where we might end up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
this was totally one of those parties where I didn't know where I was going to end up. And to be honest, I only took it on because I was extremely pissed off at Fetechilla. So I was like, fuck this, I'm out. I'm an American this weekend. And I did that, and I did not regret the experience whatsoever at all.
I'm going now.
And it was that's why I am pushing so hard for 30 plus, because I want y'all to see what this experience is like for people that are 30 plus. Now I know I only turned 30 like two days ago, so you know, it was a new
Yeah.
experience for me. But
Is
but
that's just a 1 year, one time a year thing, that yellow
no.
cup?
So Yellow Cup, yes, Yellow Cup is. I want to say Yellow Cup is one time a year. I want to say I might be wrong, but happy to offline share with you like all their socials and all of that stuff, and you can post it so that your fan base can follow. That's totally fine. I'm pretty sure they'd love the excitement and all of that stuff. You know, our people like to drink, so you'll find a little bit of a challenge with that, because, you know, they were only serving mostly beer and wine. The lines were huge, the lines were long, but you have, and I'm just going to leave this here because I'm not going to say it, you have a nifty way of letting people know if they need particular types of lubrication, just how to get it in. So,
what are you talking
so
about?
because what I mean is I mean it in this way. That's me being an ass, but this is the
Yeah.
practical way. You know, when you go to like a Red Sox game or, you know, whatever, we find a way to make ourselves happy if we don't want to drink beer and we're sitting in the audience, right? We know what we need to do. So without us saying that explicitly, and I know the promoters of Yellow Cup would not say that, that's what you're dealing with. But you go up there. I mean, there is liquor also. There is a bar that sells liquor. But again, it's like, okay, you go to the bar that sells liquor and they use the measuring cup, right? Like versus us who just pour. Like, it's those kind of things you got to work out. But Larry, when I tell you, it was a vibe. It was great, and I encourage everyone to just kind of branch out and do different stuff like that. And following closely on the heels of that
You
is
say that,
30 plus.
I got one. Since you say that, I got one. This is 21 plus, but it was such a different vibe. It's called Liquid Sundays at Foxwoods.
Okay.
Yo, big pool party, nice bashment. Yeah. So if you Just different, and I ain't gonna get too much to it. But since you said that, I'm just like, all right,
Yeah, no, I mean, and I think we also owe it to our folks to expose them using our forums to these kind of events, because here's what a promoter might end up going to one of these events, and a light bulb might go off on how they can probably innovate one of their events that they have in Boston, because we have to respect the fact that promoters think differently from us, the patrons, from you, a DJ, from me, just a socialite or whatever I want to call myself, influencer, blah, whatever. We all have different headspaces that we're in when we attend events that we're not familiar with, right?
Right.
So that's why I also went in on Fetechilla, because I'm familiar with that environment. I know what to expect. To see all these stupid slip-ups from a team that was doing this for so long, it's unacceptable to me. You know what I mean? If I were to go to Yellow Cup next year and I see some shit, I might go in on them too, because it's my right. I paid to go this event and I want what the hell I know it's used to, right? So
But again,
it
too, it's such a debacle because we are so we personally know these guys, so that's when it becomes an issue. So if the tables was turned and you made the same type of constructive criticism towards the Yellow Cup shit, it wouldn't be so harsh. These same people be looking at you like, oh, really? But it's because we know them that it becomes a, oh, why the
you
fuck you
could
do
take
that?
you could take that excuse if you want. I'm gonna take it from you as you intended. But let me tell you something. I demand transparency from the people that I have close to me now, and it's been something that I did since COVID. Even you have no problem calling me and telling me, like, how that it is a safe space and we have conversations and it's done there. But that takes work. It's not the ordinary person that you could have around your kitchen table doing that shit to you. So the people who I have around me, some of them are on this live right now, Quentin, would tell me, boy, that course you may make real shit, the top of it, real jumble up. How come you use this girl? Look at all these other. They give me honest feedback.
He calls you girl? Nah, I know what you
No,
mean.
no, no. He said, "How come I use this girl?" Let's be clear. No, I will not
Okay,
have
okay.
you. I will not have you drag my friend. You will have proper Wi-Fi, so you don't hear me. You don't drag my friend. No, but what I mean is they hold
That's
me
my
to a
boy. That's
different
my boy.
standard because they value the work that I do, and they want to know that the shit that I'm doing, people, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
and he's
they
the only
hold
one
you up
that
to your brand.
he's the only one that I know on this live right now. I probably have other folks on this live. I can't see their comments, and he had basically shouted me out. But there's other people, they hold me accountable. And Larry, you do the same shit to me as well. So this is, I don't take too lightly the, oh, I know these folks. Because we know these folks, it's because we need to tell them. You do shit.
That's why I'm not. That's why I hold no punches because I'm just like, as I say with everyone, I feel a personal way if I can't say what I want to say the same way I say it when I'm amongst these group of people. I'm going to say it to you, and I feel that's how it should be with everyone. And I feel
No, but
internally funny.
we gotta understand. We gotta understand it's not gonna be that way with everyone. But as long as it's with people that are making moves, right? We have
Right,
people out there in
right.
the community that is making moves. Actually, just before I signed on, I saw or I signed back on, I saw Power Surge, and him and I don't have any interaction at all, at least not to my knowledge. But I would say that he is someone that I respect tremendously in the community, and I know that comes with a lot. Hearing that he's respected in the community, I'm sure that there's a ton of people that talk mad dog shit about him. That's fine, but the things that he does, his business acumen, the way he handles stuff, and events that he's thrown or been a part of, and the way the Haitian community has sort of lifted this guy, right, is the same way I think our Caribbean community has lifted particular people in our community. And for
And the way how
whatever
he's done it out thinking outside of the box.
and for our people in our community that we've lifted, Larry, they're the ones that come right back and fucking do shit. And you know what, I shouldn't say we. People that I have lifted, because this is about me. You invited me to this live. People that I have lifted, sometimes at great demise to me, because they're like, why the hell are you, he did this to me, and Lion and SI and blah, blah, and this and that and the third. And I have ignored these things and lifted these people up. And you have now illustrated every single thing that I have heard in the past. And I chose I deliberately chose, because that's the other thing that you do. When you align yourself with people that you think are closely aligned to your mission, you ignore everything else. It's almost like a relationship, and I know you hate them. Or maybe hate is too strong of a word. But I know you have a very, but when you align yourself with something and you disavow everything else you've heard, it sucks.
Somebody's coming in on the call.
When they do these kind of things, you can do all this shit. You can make this a total Zoom experience. What the hell?
What up, Power
Yo,
Surge?
what's poppin'?
It's good,
Oh,
man.
hi, Tom.
How
Was that
you
for me?
doing?
Did you do that because I said what I said, Larry? Really?
No, he wanted to chime in, so I accepted him chiming
Okay.
in. So I guess he was on
Yo,
the call, and I accepted it in.
yo, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And now I was just listening to what y'all was saying, man, about the events, man. Boy, if I tell you guys what I've been going through for the last 3 weeks with events and stuff, even the event that I was trying to do on July 4th, I had to take the brunt of the heat so everybody else can eat. So,
For example,
man, I got hit with a cease and desist for me to do the July 4th party. So now,
somebody hit. Is that serious, bro?
listen, bro. I'm about to tell you guys what I've been going through, bro. You remember I was supposed to do a July 4th, which caused a whole domino effect. That's why I appreciate what Daryl just said, because a lot of people may think that I'm hating or I'm gatekeeping, right? But I had to get hit with the fine. I got hit with a $10,000 fine. I got hit with a cease and desist, and I had to go to town hall meetings. And yeah, bro.
Because of
Yeah, fam.
what? Because of what?
So Thursday, June 29th, somebody sent my flyer to the Randolph Police Commissioner. So I'm gonna explain to you guys, I'm gonna tell you guys exactly. I want you guys, everybody on this live, to listen what I've been going through,
What the
which caused me
fuck?
thousands of dollars. And people may think Mojitos is moving a certain way. Mojitos is more of protecting me and protecting everything that comes afterwards, bro. So listen to this, right? I sold 500 tickets, right? I was at $40,000 on Eventbrite, and I'm gonna tell everybody the numbers and everything so they could see what's going on. I had all the guests, which I had to honor this past Saturday. So now, when you do business, right? And I got hit with so many false Eventbrite links, which something they got to do about that. So basically, when you do business and you take customers' money, right? Let's say I take your money and I don't provide the service to you, even though I postpone the party, I have to refund you back
What's
your
up?
money. So if I don't refund you back your money and you go to the town and you complain and they have over 15 to 20 complaints, they're liable to bring charges on me for false advertisement. So, hello?
Wow. I'm here. I'm
Can you hear
here.
me? Yeah.
Yep.
So at 4 o'clock, June 29th, and I'm gonna tell you how the play was so well, because that's the weekend of July 4th. So most government buildings are closed on the weekend, and then you get hit with July 3rd, which is kind of a holiday, and my party was on July 4th. I had
Nobody's
everything.
working on the third, right? Yep.
Nobody's
Nobody's
working on
doing
the
shit on
3rd.
the third. Yep.
So I get hit. I get hit with like June 29th. Yo, you gotta come. They're asking who's the promoter. Da da da. So that morning, I went to town hall to see what's going on. They're like, yeah, it's a no go. And what's crazy, right? White people. I'm not gonna say white people.
Too late.
Big business owners. Big business owners are never gonna tell you no, but they're gonna find ways to prolong it. That way you get discouraged and you don't do it.
Right.
So now they're like, yo, by the time I left town hall meeting Friday, it was June 30th. Yeah, June 30th. I got hit with a cease and desist. I got hit with a cease and desist over violations. I didn't get a permit for this. I didn't get a permit for that. Da da da. But cease and desist, when you get one of those, it's you take it serious, but it's not like something that had a docket number where it went through the courts. But yo, I need the town so I can keep going. You know what I mean? Cause
Correct.
and
Stay
then
on the
there's
good side.
exactly, and remember, there's GT's event with Ding Dong. There's mad other events coming up. So I could have been like, yo, you know what? I made all this money. I still need to do my event. So I'm going to do my event regardless. But if I go ahead and do that, it creates a domino effect, which has everybody else's event get canceled, possibly. So I had to cancel my party on July 4th. You know what I mean? So
No,
I
I
had,
don't know what
uh,
you mean. I'm sorry. You
I'm,
lost
I'm,
me.
I'm about to break it down for you. If I went ahead and did the party on July 4th, and God forbid something happened, the club would have got shut down, which would cause everybody else's other events that's coming up after me to get canceled.
All right, I hear that in a sense,
Right.
but
Yeah.
after your party, wasn't there that big party with the chick who had a nanny all showing? Wasn't that after your
Exactly.
party?
So that right there is considered punches and blows because authorities weren't involved in that. But still, even though two people got into a fight, yeah, they have to do like the internal investigation and all that. But even so, if I went ahead and did my party, R&B me wouldn't happen if something happened in my party. Because
Yes,
remember,
but
all
that
the
could be, but Serge, that could be said about anything we do in life. Like, I don't
Any
understand your
party.
thinking there.
that's correct. That's correct. But they don't
My
see it that way.
my question is, who originated this cease and assist?
Right.
The town did.
So okay, so tell me that you didn't do your event because you received a cease and desist from the town, and
Yes.
therefore it was in your better interest not to do the event, so you because you need the town on your side. Don't sell me you didn't do your event because if you had done your event and something happened, everybody else's event would have been canceled, because that's akin to pissing on me and calling it rain. That is
No, no,
because
no.
your because GT's event still happened the same weekend, and something
After
did happen.
no, nothing happened there. Nothing happened there. Nothing happened at his event. His event went well. His event went
Whose
perfect.
event was it when the chick's nanny was showing?
That was GT. Wait,
No,
wasn't
that
that
was on
GT's event?
that. No,
Oh,
that
that
was
was
the
R&B
Sunday.
me. That was
Yes,
R&B me. I'm
yes,
sorry, I
that
got it
was
wrong.
Sunday.
And
Cause I
GT's event was Saturday, right?
Saturday,
Yeah. Okay. So fine.
yes.
So fine. Fair enough. Whether something happened at GT's event or not, and this is not about GT, other than the fact that I think he might still be owing people money, but that's another live. The event still happened after yours.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna
and
explain. There's more to it. Where I had to change the name, I had to remove all the females off the flyer, and I couldn't
this
promote
was an
certain things on it.
Haitian-based party. This wasn't
No,
like, oh no, this is the
no,
4th of
no.
July.
It was a Fourth of July
Right,
party. It was an
I
American
remember
party.
that
Yeah,
one. Yeah, like
but
bottles and
but
spring.
but what the other what another what other the other thing that Surge is helping to demonstrate or help to show let people know, our own clubs go through that in the city. There was a time, and it could revert to that at any point in time. Unity had that policy as well because of responding to community needs, so that Unity can continue to have functions there. They used to have every single flyer reviewed by a committee to make sure that there wasn't anything salacious on it. You weren't
Yep.
using any swear words. You know, Larry, you know this very well. So we are familiar with what it is you went through, Power Surge. This is the first time I'm hearing about an actual cease and desist being lobbied against you, but I certainly understand your positioning based on that. What I don't understand, and I still don't, is you saying that because you canceled it, allowed other people to have their events, because if you had it, other people wouldn't have been able to have theirs. But maybe
So
that's
that
just how you think, and
no,
I
no,
can't get in the way of that.
that's how the town think. That the town told me. The, the, well, the thing is, the town didn't force my hand. Let me
But
rephrase that.
you
didn't
just
force.
said I just said that for you and you agreed
Yeah,
earlier, so I'm
no,
confused.
no. I'm gonna explain to you why I said I had to cancel mine so everybody else can go. If I, they said if I was to do it, all right, Jim. If I was to do it,
Got it. I
right?
see where you're going now.
Yeah,
If you were to do it,
and
you would have gone against the city, and then they would have come down harder on every other event. Okay. Then
yes,
again, then okay. You took a while to lead this horse to water, but now I'm drinking. I follow you. I follow
Did
you.
they
yeah.
know?
Next
Did they
time,
know
lead with
about
that.
your ticket? You think they knew about your ticket sales?
They didn't care about that. They told me they
Yeah.
didn't
Some
care
of the
about
some
that.
of the times, Larry, they don't care about any of that. They just like to know they have power.
Yeah.
I see
No, I'm
what
saying
Power
that. I'm
Surge did
saying
in that
that did they
moment.
want to force their power by knowing that this was successful and they really don't want it? So they're like, let's stop this bullshit. That was the
No,
angle I was going with it.
no. Because the thing is, too, I didn't want to go up against them because if I went ahead and filed a complaint, remember, you're in a town where you have a venue that has an outdoor thing. So now I could have been the asshole and go file complaints and do all this extra shit. Now I
You
go
don't want
do
to be
that.
on
They're
their
gonna
radar anyway, because then everything you try to
exactly.
do, they're gonna fucking
Yeah,
cancel it.
yeah. And that's a trait of promoting, period. You got to know when to take an early loss for a bigger gain later on in the day, right? So fine. Initially, my knee-jerk reaction was, "What the hell is this guy doing? Do I have I lost all faith in Power Surge?" But I get why you did what you did. But it took you a second to take me there. But I get it. And look at that, right? He was able to put those two elements together and in that moment make it a greater good for everybody else's event that happened afterwards. Because yeah, you and I both know how community operates. They would still see the event, and then then everybody's subsequent event from then would have probably been flanked with police officers, people trying to shut it down. Mojitos would have been had a lot more issues. So I get it.
It is what it is, man. That town fights anything that has music with it. You can't have a party in your yard. You can't do shit. So I'm surprised that after all the drama that they're still actually open. Yo, what's up with your thing, Power Surge? I'm glad that they're still open. I like seeing these younger niggas getting their money and doing their thing, and these people going out because up to that night of R&B and me, it was a rainy night, but I had went
Yeah.
to the well. I had went to the well, and I seen the whole crowd and everything up in there, and I was like, all right, that was cool. So
Yeah, so basically, so like I was saying, right? And so basically, another thing too, if I was to go up against them, bro, they would threaten their license, their liquor license, their food license. So there was a lot of things that they said to me that at first it was just like, yo, damn, what the fuck? All I'm trying to do is just do an event, you know what I mean? But when it started to lead where a lot of things can hurt me financially, because these towns and stuff.
what do you think was the origination, though? They just said, oh, we don't want this event happening here. Let's fuck with Power Surge. What? I
No,
just
so basically, like, how can I say this, right? Last year, you know how that person died on July 4th?
in Randolph,
Yeah,
I
it was a
didn't know that.
I'm
yeah, it was
unaware as well.
yeah. So apparently somebody died last year and stuff. So and then too, it doesn't matter if they switch owners. You still carry the brunt of whatever happened in the previous years. You know what I mean? Even though you're under new management or whatever it's called. Remember, I'm just a promoter. I'm just a promoter trying to make an event happen.
They
Mind you.
didn't hit. They didn't hit mojitos with nothing though. No scaring them. No scare tactics
Yeah, they
with.
did. They did. They had to. Mojitos had to get a new pool permit. They had to get a food permit. They had to get all their what nurses know that thing CPR thing. You have to have somebody that does CPR just in case if somebody chokes on a food.
They
Pool.
were supposed to have that anyway though.
Yeah. No, all these little things. You know what I mean? So now they got all that covered now. They straight now. They're good and stuff. It's just like us as patrons, we gotta protect that shit, bro.
So
And
yeah, okay. Does that hinder you on trying to do it again?
I,
What was the
I,
outcome? You had to
I,
return ticket money. You had to do all that shit.
I had to return ticket money, and I did the event on the 20th. I did it this past Saturday.
Oh, okay. There.
Yeah, yeah, I did it there.
All right. I just wanted to know the outcome
Yeah,
because the start of that was had me fucked up. I'm like, damn, they really going through all of that just to have a party? But Randolph and Brockton, they're weird with it, and they got a lot of space, and you can actually do things. But when you try to do things on a major level, that's when the politics are involved. That's any city, man.
It
Boston's the
is. I
same
was
way.
just about
Any
to say
city.
that, and it's probably just because Boston is just it's the city, right? It's so congested, so cosmopolitan that they freaking throw a microscope on everything that we do, and then our people love them. We bring it on ourselves, and I don't ever want to apologize for that. You know what I'm saying? If you look at us, even in city government right now, it's reflected like we're colorful, all our shit match. The coffee
facts,
got color, the food tastes good, and they come down on us.
It's still a
And that's
problem.
reflective and indicative on anything that we do. You know what I'm
facts.
saying? We don't do it secretly. We're very loud. You know, we're unapologetic, but it comes at a cost.
That's
And
the
this is it. They're gonna
problem.
make us they're going to make us work hard for everything that we got to do. But among us, Larry, this is just 3 people on this live, but among your listeners, there's people out there that is fit to do the work though. And the shit that gets me every time is that they get inundated and sometimes overrun with just this, I don't know, like this fog over their head with, oh, this one bad mind, or I might be bad mind, or negative energy, or whatever. Just do
Or
the shit. If you make a
or knowing
mistake,
it's not going to happen overnight, so
uh,
that's the total deterrent. Like
it's
Nah,
they don't see that
for the
there's a
greater
process
good,
to it.
for the greater good of the people, all these people that are trying to do event needs to just put their heads together and say we're doing it for the greater good of the people. Because when you have four to five of the same events, and you separate a buck 50, 200 people, then you
exactly.
realize you could put everybody together, and it's just the people at the top that's like, nah, yo, I fuck with everybody. When it comes to hospitality, and I've learned that going to Florida, in a lot of ways, I base my events off how I see this dude named Mike Gardner base his events in Florida. And it's just like how everybody will know the focal point on Sundays is to go on Live on Sundays. Now he got the urban R&B joint he's doing on Saturdays, where you get everybody, and the point that celebrities know, yo, this is where to go, and he's getting celebrities to walk into his events for free because they know that's the focal point. Out here, we have a lot of dope people, great people that can make a lot of things happen. It's just too much of like, yo, I don't like this person, I don't like that person. But who you doing it for? You doing it for yourself, or you doing it for the people?
Knowing that person can, as knowing this person has a crowd or has a brand or something, that's be like, all right, if we did put our personal shit aside, maybe we could do something. And yet, and still, they allow the
And
emotion
my big
to
and my
fuck it up.
biggest and my biggest problem I'm having right now with a lot of heads, right? And I'm gonna tell you this straight up, Larry. And it's like, I don't know if it's just me. Like, and I keep saying this, when something is for you, it's for you. It's either I hope you build it to be bigger than what it is, or I'd be like, yo, but I can't be jealous of you and stuff. And what I
In other
have to do,
words, you know how to play your position. Dudes don't know
yes,
how to play their position.
Well,
if
That, and
two
I fully agree.
let me get this word in because we're on the topic and I don't want it to I don't want to lose the thought, right? We just talked about events and stuff like that. I think there's also something to be said about the type of event that you have and when you've curated it over years, how you protect that image. And if people are signing on to it, if they don't get signed, they shouldn't be mad because that also ties into the type of event that you're having. So I'm gonna use, because we started this off with Red House, I'm gonna use Zouave for example. Zouave is one of these staple events. It has risen to a staple summer event or ushering that. We didn't have summer weather this year, but it has risen to that, to the point where it almost makes absolutely no sense to throw another event on the same day if you know that
You'll be
Zouave is
stupid.
coming,
That's a
You'll be
right?
fact.
stupid.
So
That's a
therefore,
fact.
I'm not done, but therefore, the promoters of this event, and it's not just Red House, it's coupled,
Red House
but the promoters
Chiefs,
of
yeah.
it of this event has a social responsibility, knowing this. Don't have the people wait till the last fucking minute to drop a date. Don't choose your friends over who will promise a vibe in the party. Don't, you know what I mean? Like, don't choose this or you only do that. Don't that, because you have to put out the product. The product has to be up there.
That's
Go,
to maintain that
you
consistency.
have
Yep.
to,
Facts.
and you give people some, there are some people, if we want these major influencers to really take Boston seriously, and that has nothing to do with, because we have influencers right here in Boston, they plan their social calendar for the year based on dates of parties internationally.
Correct.
If you can't even tell me when the date of Zouave is, how am I going to plan the calendar? How is an influencer who can come here and potentially propel your event further into the stratosphere know that if you're not going to tell us when your event is? Forget about the where for right now, because I know this year we had a lot of challenges with events, but at least let people know when the event is. And then that will then cause the rest of the dialogue, because now other promoters will be able to plan around it, right? Then DJs will start to, you might even as a promoter make your work less of a problem for you. There might be DJs you might want to have to come to this, would love to have at this event, your Dreamcaster DJs, but they might be booked on that weekend,
Yep.
or they might have gotten booked on that weekend. Similarly, there might be DJs that really wished they could be on the cast, and if they don't get on there, they have an opportunity now to seek other gigs on that day. Like, it just works. But everybody has a part to play in this. It's not just only getting the event that people, getting the event that everybody will support, but it's when you realize you have that event, protecting that, right? I'm done.
Facts.
Definitely.
No, I agree. Because the thing is, honestly, how you just said everything, it's like me. I love what Zouave is, but I don't see my role in it, but it's great for the community. The moment I see my role and what I can contribute to it, of course, I'm gonna call Sylvan, I'm gonna call everybody, I'm gonna be like, yo, here's what I can bring. I only see myself as adding more to what you have.
So let
You know what I
me
mean?
not waste your time. Don't even do that, because
No,
them
no.
dudes have a
I'm
formula. Them
giving
dudes
I'm
have a
giving you
plan.
I'm giving you
You'll
an
be wasting your
example.
time. Yeah,
No, I'm
no, no.
giving you an
I
example.
get it. I get it. Because
Yeah,
I know that's how you always keeping them. I know you call them up like, yo, I'm on that. I like how that's working. I like how that look. Yo, I'm on that. And I know y'all have that type of
exactly.
relationship.
Exactly. But if it's something, if it could be a simple conversation like, yo, or I could see it's working the way it is, and it doesn't need to be touched. Yo, let's keep it pushing. Let's keep it pushing. I'm not gonna go and be like, yo, niggas didn't put me on it, so fuck that shit. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't serve any purpose. Because it's for the greater good of the
Yo,
community.
if that was the case, exactly what you said. If that was the case, I wouldn't have been at Lluvia. I wasn't a DJ on Lluvia. Again, I wasn't even really gonna go. I went to go help Tony King in the sense that I was gonna chill for a little while and bounce and on the support of Red House, but I wasn't there, and I ended up playing a little bit, and I ended up being the water guy. But again, to reflect off what you said, that was just to support them and what they were doing. Yo, you need help with anything, and the help I ended up being water boy. So it was the community, seeing everybody having a good time. It was fun for me, but then some people are like that. They'll be like, nah, man, fuck that. I was just on. I was one of the DJs on Gazebo, and the man didn't fucking hire me for UV, man. Fuck that. I ain't going.
No, you
That's
don't have
that's
you don't
gay.
have to
That's
be
the
on
gay, not gay, but
everything, bro.
that's that corny
Yeah.
Boston DJ shit, dog.
You don't have to be on everything. So, yo, sometimes, right? And that's the biggest thing I've realized as me cater. Reason why I started catering my own events is because I see the way that I want to party myself and stuff. And if somebody puts me on their event, I'd rather go there early and play R&B because I feel like going towards the end of the night, it'll probably be a shit show, and I just don't want to
A
be a
lot of the
part of the shit show.
ends of these nights have been shit shows.
But that's what I'm
A lot.
saying. So I'll tell somebody, yo, I'll be on the set from the time they stringing up, because you know, from the time you string up, that first song you play is the song that sets the party.
I'm
You
always
know
the
what I mean?
party starter.
You know what I
Everybody want to
mean?
look at me.
So,
Everybody got their laptop in their hand. Then they want to go to the bar and pretend like I'd be like, yo, I'll string up. I'll be that. I'll do it. Fuck it.
bro, I love being the fucking opener, my nigga. I have no problem, because you
Set
know why?
the
Because
vibe.
yeah, because when you go listen to the audio, you're like, damn, that party started off right.
But
What the
it
fuck went
also
wrong?
is a fucking headache when somebody doesn't carry that vibe. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And I gotta
Because
come
again,
in on,
like that DJ, the last DJ before Quentin finished up, he started very well. And then he climbed a little bit with the Small Island music and stuff, the Grenadian music and the Vincy tunes, and then and it crashed, dog. He had everybody standing
Who is
around.
this? Please
That's
don't
why
say it's Overdose.
Overdose is he.
Are you
Is he.
kidding me?
That's my Russell opinion. He started off good. He started off with the remixes, the soca, with the
But he's usually so
reggae.
good though. Wow.
He did. He was good. He's good. And again, I also put in this element. It could have been too that the people were tired, but me musically in my ears, he bored the shit out of me after 15 minutes of him playing. I was like, dude, what's that? Dude, what's that? And a lot of fucking playbacks. A lot. I don't know if he got there after the other DJ, but a lot of fucking playbacks between Mohawk Man, Dutch, and that dude, and even Quentin in his last route. He played a couple back too. I was like, yo, I heard this shit about 4 times. Them Small Island tunes too. They all went on their little Small Island trip, and I was like, cool. But they all played the same Small Island fucking music.
but again, that's why I mean, I love the fact, no bullshit. I love the fact that I have DJ friends that I could be like, yo, tell me what happened if I'm running late. You know what I mean? Sometimes I like to go in there, and that's why
You always
sometimes,
ask me that. Yo, L, what
yeah,
did you play? Anytime we play
exactly.
together, you ask me that. Yo, L, what did you play? Did you play so and so? And I'd be like, yo, I played. I big you up. I big Warlock up for that. Warlock be like, yo, he'll come in late. He'll ask, yo, did this DJ play so? Coogee too. Coogee would do that. But a couple of other dudes, you know, they're superstars, or they have sets. So they already in their head before they even come to the club, they're like, I'm going to play Drift, then I'm going to play Skeng, then I'm going to play, and then after that, I'm going to come in with some hip hop, not even knowing the nigga before that, while they were coming to the club, played that shit. And so, yep, she said Overdose came late. Overdose played a lot of shit that other niggas played, and I was just, again,
But
after
to your
he
point,
remixed it up and started
to
getting...
your point, if they have an image and they have a set, you know what I was gonna okay, here's what I'm gonna say, and then I'm going to take back what I said, but because I led into it, I'm gonna say this. I was gonna say if they have an image and they have a set, then therefore I could see why they would play the lineup you just said, Drift, this and that, and the third. But then I have to argue because I have seen Private Ryan play, and you don't feel as though you've heard the same song again, even if he played it within something. Or I can make the same argument for Bandit, or I would say Back to Basics, but then again, Back to Basics style had gotten, gets you know what? I'll take it further. Let's say Puffy. When Puffy comes, Puffy always does a little mixing thing because that's his signature, and he,
Ratchet
so I take what
and
I
all
was
that
gonna
shit,
say
right?
back. I
So
take what I was gonna say back, but yeah.
I'm about to tell you this, right? If I know I'm on a party, right, and I'm gonna tell you, right, if I know I'm on a party with this DJ, that DJ, this DJ, I'm gonna play my role. And when I say play my role, I know a party. As a DJ, you're supposed to be a scientist, and you're supposed to see where you fit in to not disturb everybody else's juggling. And when I say that, like from 10 to 11, there's no reason I should be playing pump up music. It's stuff that people are walking in. Because the thing, too, I've
Shouldn't be
learned
playing
that,
Drift. Shouldn't be playing none of that top
and
40. Shouldn't be
and
playing
I
none of that.
and reason why I said that, I've learned how I work in conjunction with the bar. If I'm have you on the dance floor all night, bro, you're not going to the bar. So what I gotta do when you walk in, you gotta walk in, you do your rounds, dap up everybody. In the meanwhile, while you doing that, you want to hear like Barris R&B.
Lower
You go,
tempo.
yeah, you go to the drink, and then around 11 o'clock, you 11:30, you play a little slow, snow, anything for you, and pepper seed and things like that. That way, when the DJ walks in, that's gonna walk in at midnight. Yo, fam, you could go up from up. You could go up, cause I didn't disturb your groove. But now, if I walk into the dance, and let's say I hear Taliban at 11 o'clock, fam, I just know it's a shit show, fam. I don't even want to play, fam. Cause the thing is, I don't want to reset the party. The party's supposed to go up like a graph, like an EQ
Hmm.
graph. It's supposed to go up. It's not supposed to
Up
fuck with
and
people's
down,
emotions.
nothing. It's supposed to go
Yeah.
up.
So
That's why I
sometimes,
keep trying to tell y'all need to come to 30 plus. Because when I left there, I don't dance. When I left there, I was like, why do we have to finish?
We used to
again,
Everything
leave
that Serge
sweating.
just said
We used to
was
leave sweating
exactly what
parties.
happened.
I haven't left a party sweating in
Thank you,
years.
Larry. And if I had to say, well, I wasn't sweating like
and
that, right? But I was
bet you,
sweating for
I
me.
bet you the 30 plus didn't have no more than two DJs on it.
Okay then.
Exactly
Okay
my point. One,
then. They
exactly.
didn't have more than two DJs. They had a host. He made everybody feel good. You know what it had, Larry? It had a mix of like those wedding vibes. And like, does that mean we getting old or we just know what the hell
No,
we
we're
want?
not.
You know what I mean?
We're partying responsibly. On
Exactly.
Saturday, on Saturday, I DJ'd for 7 hours, bro. 7 hours, and I did not play not one song back. I just played everything, and people enjoyed it. I played 7 hours before my man came at 7:30 to just give me like 30-minute break. But I was there from 1 o'clock to 7:15, just juggling songs, and I never got tired. And the thing is, I played for everybody in there, and I was looking around. I played for the trappers. I played for the people that love Caribbean music. I played some Haitian music. And the thing too, what I've done too, I don't play. I don't play what you expect you're gonna hear, because there's
That's what brings a
expectation.
vibe.
Exactly. Because the thing is, you gotta understand, right? I always say motherfuckers will always play what's on side A. They'll never play side B. So I'm gonna be the side B person. I'm gonna play Jay-Z, but I'm gonna play different Jay-Z's that you're like, damn, I didn't hear that since I left high school. Or I'm gonna play some R&B. Like now everybody's going playing Burna Boy sitting on top of the world. But that's Brandy's song that's been popping for years. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
It's just like, yo,
Hmm.
he just revived it and stuff. You know what I mean? It's just the vibe now. And a lot of people too has been very outspoken lately about what they want at these events. And I think promoters should take a look. Like the other day I seen what Daryl wrote about Dutch and the other dude, cuz I was supposed to be down at Fetechilla too. But when I had to reschedule my event, I was like, yo, I can't go down there. You know what I mean, too? And late, and
Yeah.
you know what? And plus two, I Roger's my brother and stuff. I didn't like how they advertised me. You know what I mean?
Let's
Damn, a lot
And,
of
talk
stuff
about
is
it.
coming out
Let's
on this
talk about it.
live, Larry. A
Let's
huh?
talk
lot.
about it. Cause
Right.
Don,
all right,
Because I
let's
was
talk
I was
about it.
worried that we were getting kind of off topic a bit, and I was, if I'm being honest, kind of tired of hearing Serge talk about how well he plays, because I already
no,
know
no,
he plays really good, because that's how he ended up on my goddamn radar. But I was wondering when we were gonna get back on topic. So let's hear about this advertising snafu, sir. What happened?
bro. Like I'm gonna put it, the flyer I got right and stuff. I'm hometown. I don't care if there's out of town DJs. but you need to make the people that you fuck with the focal point. Like that. When I sell my parties, I sell all my friends like they're some hottest thing ever. I make their own flyer. I sell them. I upsell them and shit. I gas you. You know what I mean? I'm in.
So your issue was aesthetics, like you didn't really care how your image was on the flyer. I'm
I
trying to understand.
no. I cared about my image. The flyer didn't look like something that fit me, and I
All right.
got lost. And I got lost in the
So I
selling
think you
the
need to be a little careful here, Serge, because it sounds a little like ego, which is exactly
no,
the villain
no,
we're
no,
trying to
no. It's
work on.
no. Roger and them. No, you don't have to even make me a flyer. I'll come and support and stuff.
But that's not what I meant though. Like so, but because your image wasn't prominent on the flyer, you felt like.
Were you talking
So
about
tell me
yourself
something
or are
else.
you
Tell me
talking
like they
about the
changed
other
the time,
DJ?
you had an
Huh?
event, the time didn't work. I'm not
All
sure
right,
if I.
let me speak about that. Since this was my thing on that. What's up, bro? What's up, bro? How you doing, man? Chilling. My thing on it was it kind of gave me that the venue to be announced effect because we all know how promotion goes. It's like, yo, if you have a party, let us know what's going the fuck on.
Right.
So the whole time, all you seeing is a flyer. At least me, I'm just going off of my eyes and what I
Okay.
seen come popping up on my time screen. All I'm seeing is FC and Trickstar and maybe Jussie. I'm just seeing their flyers for like 2 months. I'm like, so who else is in this fucking? You know what I mean? And I was saying the same thing about Gazebo. I'm like, who's gonna be the person? The main event. Who's going to be the thrill? Then I started seeing more local ones. Then the Coogee came out. Then this one and that one. But it all seemed like, all right, so you're just going to have the usual, like there's going to be no upgrade in this performance-wise. You had Skinny last year, nigga. Now, like, what's going to be the it this year? It
Right.
was like a week before actual that these so-called DJs. And to me, them ain't no headliners. So, but I can't say shit on that level because all the other parties on that level, the headliners are these DJs, the Freeze, the Dutch. Again, this was just fit. All of these parties just piggybacks off each other because they're all with the same fucking DJs. DJ Dutch, DJ Freeze, DJ fucking Platinum Sounds, Elegant Sounds, the usual Miami, New York dudes. They said, all right, we're not going to use the stars this year. These stars are asking for too much money and the airfare and everything else is too much.
Mm-hmm.
Let we go with and they bringing up the same niggas. So it gets,
Okay.
so
So I
besides it
get
being the same,
I get yours, but Serge, are you
people are
saying
waiting
that you
too
didn't have a
long to let us
flyer?
know who's going.
So
I
you
had
didn't have a flyer with your face on it. Is that what you're
I
saying?
had a flyer with my face on it.
Right.
All
So what
right.
was the problem?
If I send you the flyer, right, and
Mm-hmm.
You felt like theirs was better than
you
yours?
go down my timeline, the flyer I got doesn't fit my aesthetics, like you said.
Okay. But
And
that's not that's that shouldn't. Well, if when I say that, okay, so let me use like um Freeze, or actually even DJ Blaze. That's the Mohawk man you call Larry. So his flyer is the Fetechilla flyer. It's the F, right? And then right on top the F is just his image. And it just says, Fetechilla, whatever. And the expectation is that you'll think that it is he's gonna be one of the DJs. Serge, are you saying that you didn't have a flyer with that same F and your image behind the F as saying that you're one of the promoters, or are you saying that just that layout you didn't like? It didn't work with what the flyers that you usually do?
I told Roger the flyer looks ugly.
Okay. Well, you can't say that. That is Fetechilla's
No,
event.
no, 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 no.
Fetchilla is they're responsible for graphics, and you're a booked act. Like you're being booked to come to like
I'm
okay, I design
rolling
costumes.
right now. This is hilarious, nigga.
Right, like I'm saying, like I'm trying to understand, and because that's why I said to you, Larry, sometimes we are the problem. So I design costumes, and let's say I design costumes for a band that may not be, or someone may think is not on my level, but this band has paid my fee. I am designing a costume for their band, and now it's time for them to do their graphics online that advertise the costume, advertise me, and advertise everything else, and they use Microsoft Word, and everybody else is using Flash. I can't say nothing. I'm booked. This. I chose this. Everything that happened for me to agree to do a costume for them matched my business acumen, and I chose this gig. So now, whatever they choose to do, that's on them. I can't
Daryl,
then go and say I don't have enough. I don't have enough shares to be like, I don't like the flyer.
no, Daryl, listen, right? I'm gonna break it down to you, right?
Please.
You have a presence that when you walk in, you're a focal point. They'd be like, yo, all right, prime example, when you walked into Roscoe's party on January 1st and you came with because you did the things for the table, what they're called,
The centerpieces.
the centerpieces, right? If one of them centerpieces was missing a portion of your thing, it would throw you off. It's like feng shui. So the thing is, right, it being feng shui, right, you'll be like, yo, this ain't me, and this is not what I represent. So now, even Roscoe knew, like, yo, until Daryl tells me where to put those ornaments on the table, I'm not moving it. Because God forbid Daryl walks in and it's not positioned the right way, you're going to have a fit. Not a fit, because it doesn't represent you. Larry smokes weed, and Larry likes only the best in weed. I'm not coming with bush grass to offer Larry and say this is good weed. So if I show you the flyer and how blurry my face fucking looks, you're gonna be like, no. And when I work with designers
But
and people, I ask
but
people,
sir,
yo, send
you should have a thing with your approved images that they will use, and you update it and you send it out every year. I do the same thing. People use images of me to advertise costumes, and I have to say, I mean, I hate some of my images, but I don't have many,
but
and so I have to send
before
them.
they put it out, they're gonna send it to you to get your approval.
Right, but in that moment, tell me it sounds like you said, I don't like that flyer and therefore I'm not coming. But are
No,
you telling me
no,
you
I
also
didn't say.
said, I don't like that flyer, these are my recommendations, do this or do that? And
I
they didn't
text
do it?
Roger. I was like, I text Roger, and Roger knows me very well, cause I could talk shit to make you want to fight me. So I
Mm-hmm.
told Roger, yo, that shit look trash. And he was like, yo, and Roger's my brother. And Roger knows for a fact that once I said that, he should have went back
Back.
and
Okay.
worked on it.
Okay.
So the thing
All
is,
right. That's a relationship between you and Roger. I can't
yes,
get in between that.
yes.
I'm just trying to understand. I'm just hoping that it wasn't because you're giving me prima donna vibe. Okay, I get it, but
all DJs are divas.
right, right.
We're not gonna lie
And
about
all
that.
and to be honest, the DJ is your hired talent, right? You think you guys are divas? Try working with a set of designers on cast. Everybody has their own ego and shit that has to be balanced so that the band can have a good
I'm
show. It's the
I'm
same thing with the a DJ cast. So I
I'm,
can get it.
I'm
I
such a
just told him
diva.
take my name off and take the picture off
No,
and put my name.
listen, no, fam. I'm such a diva. I had the biggest party downtown at Royale. I had 2 outfit changes, bro.
Yeah, no,
Like,
I mean
yo,
that's fine. That's all. It goes with and like represent, I mean, like, will attract like or whatever, that was bad. But you get what I'm saying. Like,
No,
that's probably
it,
how come you get, because all of that stuff you said about me on day one, it didn't happen that way, but I'm glad that that's what you got from it. But,
but that's what Roscoe put in my head too. He's like, yo, don't move that shit until Daryl brings the rest in, because I don't know where he's gonna position them shits.
mm-hmm.
That's
Mm-hmm.
what he
Well, that
said.
part did happen. That part did happen. The way how you put the spin on the feng shui and the this and the that, and if something's missing and all that stuff, that goes with everything that goes with everything that you probably have assimilated from me over time online, what people have told you, the narrative that I
What
was
up, big man?
telling Larry earlier that we put out for ourselves. It doesn't necessarily have to be true, but sometimes we need to play the villain in order to get the result that we need. So I get it, right? That's fine.
I just know if I approach you, I ain't coming to you with bullshit. Point blank.
Right.
So
And you felt in that moment the flyer was bullshit. I get it. I can relate.
exactly. So the thing is, it's like,
You need to
yo,
get off that diva shit, dog.
no. When I say Larry, you know me since I've been a kid, since I've been a jit, bro.
Yeah.
So you know. But my thing is, there was how I programmed the show. There was 2 sets. The first set, I came out in red and black. The band started playing. I'm like, I'm about to go halftime. The second set, I came out all green and stuff with
Had the blue.
a different to set the mood. Cause yo, I'm in front of thousands of people. Even when I went to Fetechilla, when was it? Fetechilla, cause I can say most of us grew Fetechilla in 2021 after COVID. When I went there,
Right.
I went there in a flower shirt, white pants. Like, yo, I didn't want to get disturbed. I probably had a little bit of paint on me, but it still fit the aesthetics that I was doing. Yo, if I show you the flyer, D, you're like, nah, fam, they wouldn't sell Surge like that. And stuff, and that's not the
You gotta
reason
send me
why
the flyer now, nigga. I gotta
Right.
see the
I'm like,
flyer now.
I'm invested in this.
He's like, this flyer must have really been
I
shit now.
am invested.
He's
Yo,
hurt.
fam, and that's
He
my
got hurt
dog.
his feelings, though.
This flyer needs its own post, I feel almost. Like, damn, sir.
Yo, it really hurt my feelings.
Well, let's not do that.
My feelings. Yo, fam, I wish yo, can I hold on?
No. Oh, you can save it. Serge, you can save it. We started this off to really figure out if we can, Larry and I, use our little platforms to see what's really going on with the issues that is in Boston and with the promoters and the partying and all of that. A flyer with you looking less than appealing is only one small subset. Because I done seen plenty of times when you could have put a comb to that afro, but I didn't say nothing.
No, you're right. But the afro part,
now he's gonna get hit to the afro, nigga.
Right,
the afro part before I started my twist was more of like the power to the people type of vibe.
Okay.
I was going back for like a 70s, like type of 80s look.
I got you. But let's stay on topic, which is what it is that, and why am I moderating this live, Larry? I barely know how to use my damn phone.
Yeah. How are you, Mark? I just took a little break. It was conversing. What are you talking about?
No, because I don't want it to be a thing where it's like I don't want to.
Sometimes, I was sitting back and I was shutting the fuck up and I was listening.
And then
No. I don't have a problem shutting up and listening. And I trust me, I value everything that Serge has been saying. But I want to make sure that we capitalize on the audience and letting them know that this is really like a conversation we really need to have about the state of Caribbean nightlife and events in Boston. And we all need to be invested in this if we want shit like this to continue, because it can't. It may not. There's a social responsibility each and every one of us has. It's good that we can laugh and joke and talk shit, but you called me on here because you wanted to get my feedback about Fetechilla, which I didn't have much to give you because I didn't stay very long.
Oh, you
gave
what?
But the topic I chose to talk on about Fetechilla, which was the treatment of their talent, unearthed a whole bunch of other things that I think deserves conversation,
And who's
right?
And I
DJ
appreciate
Surge?
appreciate you bringing it up.
Yeah,
And
just
the
to make
thing,
sure we stay on topic. That's all.
no, I feel you, but the thing is, my name is Power Surge. Who the fuck is DJ Surge?
Oh,
That shit looks
that's
fucking.
okay. Okay, that is legitimate. That can be a legitimate no because your name is your brand. Your name is your brand, right?
And you're right. That's why I'm like,
That
yo,
that that
and
I will not chalk up. That I will not chalk up to diva or ego or anything like that. That is one of those mistakes that is almost akin to you see
That is
someone reporting the
like
news
when
and
you
they
went.
misspell their
That is
names.
like
Like that is
mastermind. If you spell mastermind name Master, he will ignore the flyer. He will not. Masta. Anything else,
as he probably should. As he
as he,
probably should
that's
because we
his
do so
brand. That's his
much.
brand.
We do so much. That is part of your identity. And if there's nothing else we could take example of, look at what you guys like to affectionately call the alphabet soup and how they fight for identity every single day. So this is not something that y'all ain't doing that is not heard before. But my issue remains if the promoters behind Fetechilla are messing up very basic things,
To their
right?
patrons, and that's the
How do
bottom
you
line. It's
expect
just to
how
their
do you
patrons.
expect the event to really continue to grow?
Because
And that is my
you heard
concern.
from
And
the other
I don't want it
caller
to
when Nancy
seem
said she's not in a rush to go next year. So
right,
that's the outcome you're gonna get.
right, right.
but the thing is, here's my thing, right? I want people to know it's an experience just like Coachella, and it's still growing. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? It's still
I think that was part of the initial intent. And that's why I got so livid last year when they had Fetchilla and they didn't barely had any damn tents and stuff for people. Now I will say that the management of Fetchilla reacted to that right away, right? Like they went and they got tents and they made sure everybody had uniform tents and all this kind of stuff because the overall image was making it have that sort of like day rave type vibes. But why are we always reactionary as a population instead of being, like we actually think about stuff and have a layout and a plan and roll out stuff? Why is it always reacting? Why is always something knee jerk? Like I don't understand that
I,
because it don't
I
be
agree,
knee jerk when you're
and that's
asking me to
up
come up out my money and pay tax on Eventbrite for a fucking ticket.
and that's up to the sound system where it's like
Right, right.
you
It's
play out
everything.
every Friday and every day, and every time you get into a new venue, you stick in and you're finding this
Right,
and you're arriving late and you're doing all this extra shit.
right,
Like you can just be
right.
plugging and playing. It's your shit. You should know how to use your shit. So it's to every aspect where everybody is gotta come together and just get the shit right. Cause
I agree. I agree. Again, I don't see. I see only me and you now. It's I
yeah.
don't know
I think
what happened.
I think
Um,
he lived in the basement, not live, but he be in his basement a lot. So I'm sure the
I
reception.
um, I just wanna. Uh, we have time to like this again goes to my thing earlier when I was like, we have time to fix it, and he was like, I was being nice. This is part of fixing. You know what I'm saying? These kind of conversations we have are part of fixing because trust and believe the people who need to hear it are listening right now. I'm pretty
Trust
sure your
and believe.
voice is amplified. You know what I
Trust and
mean?
believe.
So they're going to hear it and hopefully they're going to work to fix it. And then if we choose to, as a community, decide to come together to throw an event, or we decide as a community what our social calendar should be, that's that's step one. Put out something that we could all agree that this is a calendar of like events in Boston that you should not miss, or we're out there. I have my own personal qualms with there's, and I think Larry, I think you've been to either Soiree or Shangri-La, or you've heard of it, or you understand.
All of them.
Those
Yep, I've
were
been to those
really,
all inclusives.
those were really classy, upscale events that just died.
Yep,
Nobody know what the hell happened to them,
yep.
right? And yeah, I know that there's a lot of struggles to have something, in Boston. There's location issues, there's probably talent issues, there's just, but that does not mean that great ideas should go to waste. And if you had a great idea for Zouave and it doesn't work this year, that all of a sudden no one must take that name and try to capitalize on it by making it better, or at least making a version of it, or whatever the case is, too. Because this is what really for the people means. You
Correct.
know, Shangri-La, soiree, strike. I mean, these are events that once you hear it, you know it signals Boston. I'm trying really hard not to say Scoop School Effect because you know you got a
No,
personal, but I'm gonna just
no,
say it in
no,
there
cool
anyways.
effect. You know what was another one that I used to like that totally just disappeared? Lime. When Lion used to do
I love
Lime.
Line. I love Line. Never mind, he bit the concept. But hey, if we're being real, there's a lot of events that we have in Boston that bites concepts and use it
All
here.
that damn. Woody Ross saw none of these original. The only one I hear about, but I'm sure it's not original, is Lluvia. But I'm sure it's not original. Glow, taken. All of them shit, Suave. I don't know, but I'm sure that was taken.
Yeah.
I don't think none of them is
The
original. I'm not
formulas
knocking them. Suave is
was
still great in
taken,
Boston.
but the names were changed up. And to be quite honest, I don't have a problem with that as long as you execute it right. You know what I mean?
If
But
you do it right.
otherwise,
If you do it
yeah,
right.
if you do it right, I don't
The
have an
whole
issue with
world
that.
doing glow. The whole world doing glow. Jesus
Right,
Christ, I'm so fucking
right,
tired of
right,
glow. The Americans got glow now. I'm
right.
like, Jesus
Right,
Christ, glow.
right. But you raise an interesting point where there's, Lime just doesn't happen anymore. Glow had two different versions where it was the
The
boat and then it was an
one
actual
that I
party.
did,
Now
the
it's
one
just
that
the
I
boat.
did, you was part of that. The one that was at
Yep.
RCC, and I was early
That
by
was
for that. What was the name
Pure.
of that?
Pure. And I love
Pure.
Pure because Pure had you
Pure was
playing
nice.
Pure had everything you just said about your style, where you just played early and you don't care who plays after, but you play for the people. Because when I walked in Pure that one year that I attended, you was the DJ and you was the only DJ as far as I'm concerned. Now there was other DJs that played, but I didn't hear them because you had kept that thing going. But yeah, those are events that even though they're not happening or they have even if they're no longer happening, what is a reasonable event that you can have that would replace it, that would give people the
Right,
same look and feel of Boston, right? Boston does
right.
not have an event that people can dress up, look good, smell good, feel good, go out, have good music, listen to it, which is probably why I'm going off on freaking 30 plus, because it was the only thing that really met my expectations. And it's
And
not,
remember, we gala.
and
This is this is
exactly
what
no V Gala. Good point,
this
right?
is when I knew. This is when I knew it was bad in our community. When my Trinidadian homegirl calls me up because she wanted to dress up and look nice and just have a good time, and Larry, let's go to a Haitian event.
Right,
There was nothing
right.
that she could get dressed up to and go really soca-ish and da-da-da. But yeah, them Cape Verdeans and them Haitians and them Latinos, they do that. They do that. So, and she knows I'm cool with the Haitians. So she was like, Larry, let's go out. And we VIP'd it and we had a good fucking time. But in my head, I was just like, yeah, you can't really dress up on a soca level and that we gala effect, that pure effect, the all-inclusive type feel. And there's just nothing
But
of that. You're just going to
you and I know all the back chat and the back talk, and we all know that with many of those events, it goes down to the promoters again and the fight down and all this kind of stuff. So let's, if we decide that if we see these things kind of like stretching their heads to happen, I can speak for me, but I know I will definitely give a concerted effort to try to see what I can do to make it happen because I know it serves the greater good, to use Power Surge's words earlier. But I think we all have a responsibility for them. You
It
feel
is, and I
me?
agree. I
But
agree.
listen,
I feel you, man.
don't you think
This
your
is
live
real.
went on for mad long?
I agree.
Okay.
I was about to say this is real, and I'm sure, and I appreciate the 27 people because it started out with 40 something. It actually got to 48, so I big up everybody who came in and left, and those who stayed and remained the whole time.
Okay.
I appreciate you,
Of
Daryl. I'm gonna
course.
say sayonara and appreciate your time. I did not expect it to go this long,
I
and
know.
it was
But thank you. It
it
was
was
good to catch up,
great
and we'll talk
conversation.
again soon.
No
All
doubt.
right? All right, bye.
Appreciate you. Later. Oh shit! I don't want to hang up. What the fuck? All right, there we go. That was cool. Real chat, real talk, raw, uncut. 500 comments later. Tales from the water. What was it? Tales from the water. Man, I forgot my whole little spiel. But big up everybody who came in. I didn't expect it to be this long, but you know, when you're organically speaking of things, you know, there's no time limit to that. You just, you know, big up Power Surge, big up Nancy, big up everybody who came through and you know, left their little remarks. Let's speak on some of these remarks and big up some of these people in here. I see you, Miss Johnson. Big up yourself. Both Miss Johnsons, Miss Belfast. I see you. What up, Koji? Zogard, Madame Thicefield, big up yourself. Miss Lintons, what's up, darling? Andrea, what's up? Miss Bogadine. I just want to thank everybody, you know, who's locked in and appreciates this. And, you know, it was, we speak more than just bacchanal and drama and shit. This is just real life conversation on really our future and the future of our community and the future of the things that we'd like to enjoy, because we complain now. Imagine if they take away or stop or halt the little that we have. If, like, we can't even party outside. So if we don't stand up and, I ain't gonna say fight. I'm not here on no Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, nothing, man. I'm just gonna say when it's time to speak, if we don't speak, I mean, shit ain't gonna happen. So everybody and anybody knows when I'm ready to talk, I'm gonna talk, especially if it's to benefit us. I've always been one that I go for what I believe in, and I'm always been a believer of this party scene in our community. I've been doing this shit since '96, yo. Graduated in '97. So I'm kind of passionate about this. I'm kind of passionate when people do shit. I'm kind of passionate when people don't uphold their word. I'm kind of passionate when people straight up lie for their better and say, yeah, these artists is coming and this whole boost and then nothing. And then, you know, the frauds. And I appreciate those who try hard, like the Mad Sound crews and all the DJs in the reggae industry making the dub plates to keep the dubs alive, and just all the elements in our community that just keep that shit to give us something to fucking do. When there's a clash, when there's a fucking jamboree, when there's a kiddies, you know, follow B Soca and their shit in, you know what I mean? And there's all this shit to give us something to fucking do, because we're quick to complain when there's nothing to fucking do. Quick to complain. So let me get off now my speech shit. Love y'all. Respect it. Respect y'all. And until the next time, my mother named me Larry Jordan, and that's my raw solar opinion.